the physical touch of another person.
Yeah. Say that's the case.
Yeah, say that's the case. Now, Matt?
No, I'm good.
Oh, come on,
Okay.
dude.
I am good.
What if it's Bret Hart?
I don't want. God damn it! I gotta go to the other fucking thing. Hold on. I don't want
did you
Bret
do?
Hart's strokey foreskin all over my
Well,
man.
the foreskin didn't have a stroke.
Come see, come saw.
No, I'm assuming his brain would be the only thing affected. No, maybe his motor skills.
I don't. How about I don't want to? How about I don't want it? Is that
You
okay?
were the last two people on Earth, and by some divine intervention, it was necessary to continue the species that is the human. Would you do it, or would you say
No.
"fuck all"? The world is done.
Well, at that point, you kind of have to. It's a responsibility.
Yeah, and who else is going to know?
Who's responsible?
if you're
No. I didn't ask for this. I don't want that.
Yeah, but it's been thrust upon you.
Yeah.
I'm
You
good.
wouldn't take one for the entire team of the human race?
Well, according to this scenario, there is no human race, right?
Well, there would be if you
Will.
committed to this act.
I'm out. No, I'm good.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What if somebody comes up to you, offers you $3 million?
Like to go to WCW.
To go to WCW.
Yeah, if that's what we want to call fraudaging with Bret Hart now, going to WCW.
Look, I love the Hitman. Love the Hitman. Don't.
But
wanna
do you
that
love the Hitman?
with him. No.
Not
No,
enough to.
I'm good.
Not enough to ensure the continuation of the human race.
Also, why do you think he would want to do that?
I think absolutely.
I think he's a responsible person.
Yeah.
I love the Hitman, but if you hear he's all about himself here. If you listen to anything that's ever been said about the Hitman, he's typically always concerned with his own getting himself over. So I don't know if he's going to be in on this.
But he's getting himself over by preserving the human race.
Yep. Off and over.
They'd build statues to you and Brett in your honor.
Yes.
Nobody wants a statue of me.
You'd be back to back like the John Ung boys or the John Il boys in Korea, man. You'd be like standing like this. You with your belly and him with his greasy hair.
Leave my belly alone. This says we're live on Instagram. I've been trying to figure this out.
God, I hope it is.
Folks, doesn't look like it.
If the human ace ends, Jesus, what am I saying?
Who's
Don't
Ren?
rely on Matt.
No.
It's over, folks. Cash
Done.
in your winnings. Can't take it with you.
Nope.
Thanks, Matt.
Hey,
Yeah.
anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Well, welcome back anyway.
Hey, it's good to be back, gentlemen. It's great to be back.
I don't know how I feel about you being back because now the human race is over thanks to you.
Yeah.
What? Come on, man. Oh, shit, I can't fix this. I guess we're not. I
Breaking
don't
things
know.
already. Look at this guy.
I don't know. This is fascinating.
First show of 2024. Welcome one, welcome all.
How do I get rid of this? Oh, there it is. It's gone now.
Press the red button on top. It says end stream.
No, this says we're live on Instagram, but I don't think we are.
Oh,
think
I
I
got a little
fucked it
check
up.
mark here. It looks like we are.
Yeah, but it's not on actual Instagram.
All right. Well, what? Then where are we?
We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can actually comment on Twitter, and we will be able to see it now. That's a thing that that apparently Streamyard and Twitter or X or whatever the fuck they're calling it, they fixed.
Not bad.
Yeah, how do you like that?
I like
Were you giving tours of your studio on Instagram?
Yeah. I did a little reel on our thing.
Wow, that's cool. It's a shame we're not live.
I guess I deserve that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I came on here just to look for that. Wow, I didn't realize I followed this many people on Instagram. I didn't even realize I was on Instagram.
Eric Freeds, we can see that, buddy. We can see your comment, big guy.
Oh, I thought he was like exposing himself. Like, can you see
No,
this?
he's on the
I
X.
was going to say,
He's on the
you
X.
looked up real fast, Tony.
How was everyone's New Year's?
Oh, you know.
I guess okay. I mean, This is the guy asking us how our New Year's was, but he was the first one telling me, what did you say to me yesterday? Jump off a cliff?
If you are no, I said I hope you get hit by a bus. New year, new me. I hope you get hit by a bus.
I didn't
Yeah.
say New Year, new me.
I said if you're
Happy
one
New
of those
Year's
people.
If you're into that bullshit, you mutants. What does that mean? That bullshit that we can't celebrate New Year's?
We lost Kevin.
He just went away. Some would argue that he wasn't here to begin with.
Yeah,
So-
he's under the weather. You're hungover.
Oh yes, I am.
Well, some people really get into New Year's. I don't.
I was-
That's
sorry.
all. You know,
I mean, that
don't
doesn't mean
be
you have to be
sorry.
mean to us.
Yeah, I need to look. After you buried me for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, knock it off.
No, not Matt's bossy. Matt's not here. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. Fuck Matt. Guess what? Matt's dead.
Wait,
Matt's
I never said
alive.
fuck Matt. Did I say fuck Matt?
I don't
Oh,
remember
you can't even
saying
remember. Oh, you two fucking chuds.
What?
that. I don't remember him ever saying "fuck Matt." He might have said
Yeah.
"fuck that hand job,"
Yeah,
but he
probably.
never said "fuck Matt."
Which we know you're not into anyway, so I wasn't even referencing you.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair
probably
enough. But it's
talking about hand job Kyle.
HJC.
Now, that guy's a fucking hand job.
Yeah,
So, Tony, you don't particularly do anything on New Year's. I didn't do anything on New Year's. The outlier to my right,
Right?
to my right.
That way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little hung today, huh, fella?
Oh, a little hung.
Little
yeah,
hung over today, huh?
a little bit. Maybe
You
even
got a
more
You got
than
a little teddy bear on your hat, buddy.
it's a fucking Brun.
Grr.
It's a fucking Brun. Yeah, no, I had a little much to drink last night. Stayed up late, and those are two things that I generally never do. So I'm feeling it today.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wound up playing Jackbox yesterday. Me and the wife, the kid. It was good times.
Nice. KJG,
It's
how
one-
was your New Year's? Oh, sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, Handsome Kevin's got a look. I just wanted to explain to him. It's
Please
like
do.
party games on the Xbox. Never heard of them?
No,
They're
never
gonna-
heard of Jackbox. When you said we played Jackbox and then introduced your family to the conversation, I got a little bit worried based off of the conversation that we were having earlier. But it
No,
sounds like it was just a wholesome game.
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily wholesome, but it's like board games on your gaming system.
As long as it wasn't wholesome.
No.
Okay, all right,
now.
good.
Come
good,
on,
good,
come
good,
on
good,
now.
Good.
KJG,
What up, diggity dog?
you doing all right, brother?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How was your New Year's?
Dream. Oh, good. Uneventful. Uneventful as shit. Perfect.
You sound disappointed.
You sound angry.
No,
about it.
no. I wouldn't have it any other way. Ah, man. I'm good to go. Didn't do shit.
I don't like how
Yeah.
these people. I don't like how people are picking on me already. Did Tree play too? She fucking.
That's
Tony
a
looks
great
like a
question.
Tony looks like a failed foot doctor. Fuck
Oh,
off.
Paul Peters. You got to give
Paul
Paul
Peters.
Peters his flowers if you're going to pull up his comment.
Look, enough of giving people flowers. Can we knock that shit off?
Yes.
New Year, new flowers.
Yeah, great. Good New Year, new flowers. Wonderful. Wipe your ass with those flowers. How you like them apples?
You don't like flowers?
Oh, I love flowers. It's a family business, but giving people flowers, where did this come from? Fuck off.
What? So New Year.
New Year, new
you
Matt.
Have you shit your pants yet? No.
Not yet, but I had to go before the show started, or it might have been close. My wife made about 3 pounds of chili yesterday in a big old crock pot, and it's been running through me like a fucking bullet train through Tokyo.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. All right.
Just like that, huh?
Beef jerky. Of course.
Yeah. You fuck chili, beef jerky, really fucking digging the protein, huh, buddy?
I need it, bro. Something's got to hold me together.
All right, if you say so.
I mean,
Are
I
you
don't know
gonna
what else
fucking
there is
chew
to
into
say.
the microphone all night?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, just making sure. I know you loved it when you used to get yelled at for chewing into the microphone back in the day.
Like this.
No, nothing. Yeah. like that.
Yeah.
All right, we got a great fucking show for you tonight.
Do we ever? We got Kate the Great for Kate's Corner. She's joining us. Ortiz from AEW, longtime friend of the show. He's joining us. The first ever WIZZIES. I know what you're thinking. What are the WIZZIES? Because nobody fucking talked about them for the last 3 weeks. Well, we're going to find out tonight.
This is why we need you here, bro.
Are. Is that why you need... Let me... First of all, I just want to put something out there before this show starts. Boy. You three, as a threesome... Gold. Yeah. Absolute fucking gold. The last 3 weeks have been a pleasure for me to go back and listen to. Last week's show, top notch. The fucking finisher conversation into the new gen version of Pile Driver. Fucking awesome. Awesome. And then the AEW, disgruntled AEW fan talk. You guys are fucking crushing it. So I wanted to just put that out there. I know I told you guys in text, the group text message, but I want to give you your props to start off
flowers.
2024. No flowers. Tony hates the flowers.
Boo. Well, thank you very much.
He just got smacked with a bouquet, my friend.
The Goon approves.
Oh, look at that.
The Goon
Why'd you open it?
Approves. What do you mean, why'd I open it?
Oh, you got another one up on the wall, don't you?
No, I got it for Christmas.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
I got a Goon, and I got a mean Mark Calloway. Their mean Mark's head's going to be in the way this whole fucking episode.
I just see the back of it.
Yeah,
Looks good.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this fucking show on the road. Episode 670 coming at you next. Don't fall over, Goon.
The following is a presentation of the Shining Wizards Network, broadcasting live in high-definition video and available on all podcasting and streaming platforms. Follow us on social media at Wizards Podcast. Check out our merchandise at merch.shiningwizards.com. Do your Amazon shopping at amazon.shiningwizards.com. And become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/wizardspodcast. And now, it's time for the Shining Wizards.
You're watching The Shining Wizard. Wrestling Podcast. Mwah.
Welcome back. Wizards are live, coming to you. Episode 670, the first episode of 2024. Live on social media. Go with you wherever you go on all those podcasting and streaming platforms. I'm excited. We got all 4 Wizards in the house. Let's start off 2024 with some motherfucking wrestling talk.
And talk about wrestling.
Tony.
Matt.
Handsome Kevin.
KJG.
Fellas, this is going to be amazing tonight. I got a good feeling about tonight.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Do you? You
Kicking
forgot your
this
20,
shit off right.
Forgot to wear your fucking stupid 2024 glasses.
I didn't have any. I had 2022 glasses. We didn't buy new ones.
2022.
Yeah. My wife brought them out last night. I said, where the fuck did you find these? Yeah, we've been cleaning the house, so.
Do you think what are they? The Wolf Zaddies? What are they called?
Team Wolf. Wolf Team? Something like that.
You think Team Wolf had a good holiday season?
Of course they did.
You think they got some new dungareens?
No, they probably got some new flip-flops. Maybe Crocs.
Crocs are overrated.
What is Team Wolf?
The dudes that you just danced with.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, we got Team Wolf, we got Team Bangladesh, and Team Prisoners.
We also have Al Day and Duke.
Yes. Al, listen, I haven't gotten there yet, but from what I understand, the newest Tot Spot dropped this morning, and Al may have put a few wizards on his lawn. I told him to get off the lawn.
Wasn't me. I didn't get the notification till way later in the afternoon, and I should have put one and one together and known somebody maybe had a little too much drink last night.
What the fuck was that?
What? Because of Tots, the notification.
Yeah. Usually I get that.
That's all Al. Al handles Tots. Yeah.
Well, I'm
But
still gonna
somebody did have too much drink last night.
Still gonna think a giant fucking runny shit on your chest. So I hope you enjoy it.
That's not very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to nice corner. Tony,
Oh, okay.
please tell me something nice.
Your hair looks great today.
It doesn't look good at all. I almost wore
No,
a hat,
but-
but then I decided not to.
But be honest about it, Tony.
No, good for you, man. I like it.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate
That's about
that.
it. What kind of shirt
right.
you wearing tonight, pal?
We got a little Money Incorporated.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Ted DeBase and the Irwin.
The base.
DeBase. Hey, any of you guys see the Iron Claw movie yet?
Not yet.
No, actually.
Yeah, me either, but I did hear good things about it.
Al went and saw it on, I think, Friday, he said, and he had nothing but good things to say about it.
All right,
Yeah,
it's on
kind
my
of a
list of
wasted
things to do.
opportunity.
It was also reported that because of the success it's already had, that they're in talks on a Guerrero film now.
With the least popular Guerrero, Chavo.
talking
the most
to
worthless one of the
Chavo.
bunch.
About
Wow.
Eddie.
Wow.
Do you think they get somebody else to play Chavo?
No, come on. He's got to get his screen time.
No, I think that's a great idea.
Chavo
Like
can't act.
Chavo's the stunt coordinator, but he's not allowed to play himself.
No, it'd be like
Good
Kramer
idea.
wanting to play Kramer in the Seinfeld pilot.
Look at it. Asian Joe. Asian Joe wants to know if we have any resolutions or goals for the Shining Wizards for 2024.
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Is it? I either want to get really, really successful or I want to get us canceled.
Pretty good.
Some lofty goals there, pal.
There's no in between.
I was gonna say, I know how we can achieve one of those. Just bring Brendan on consistently, and
Oh, yeah, maybe this time he'll come on the show with his hood on.
Jesus. Holy cow, dude.
What? I didn't say it. He did.
Guy's not even here to defend himself. How dare you?
He's in the chat. He just said, just saying everyone should sign up for Patreon. Today's show was top notch.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, today we released the Shawn Michaels conversation, whether or not Shawn Michaels would play in 2023. A little something Matt and I recorded.
Oh, yeah. The Patreon bonus content is flying in 2024. We got a lot of stuff in the holster. The holster. I don't know.
In the
Hopper.
can? Yes.
in the can. Oh yeah.
Just like Kabasi, the way Matt likes it, in the can.
You know, I got it when we're done with this show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I gotta eat goose tonight.
Oh, like Canadian goose. I saw that.
It's not technically it's Canada goose.
Whatever. Same shit.
Just letting you know what I'm learning every day. I'm not.
But were they goose from the park? Because I'd love to have your wife come
No.
down to County Park over here and just take a couple out.
No, my wife is a very law-abiding citizen, and when it comes to that type of thing, she went to a place where you specifically hunt geese.
As opposed to just going to like the grocery store and picking up dinner.
Yeah, like just sitting on the lawn and blasting a goose. So tonight's a goose night.
Good old goose blast.
Sounds like something inappropriate. Yeah, we were just sitting on the lawn blasting some geese.
Oh yeah. What'd you do last night, man? You know what else? Blast some geese.
I was sitting on the porch, blasted a goose, and then I fed the geese.
Yo.
A little.
Serious question. Did you have to take it to dinner before you blasted it?
You gotta get nice and fat for when you blast it.
I actually told it to come up.
Blast.
I told it to come up to my hotel room. The goose didn't know I was by myself.
Jesus.
I become it.
Oh!
Matt rubbing
The goose
fucking
kid-
pate
yeah.
all over his titties.
Nah, the fucking vanilla ice cream for the cruise.
Oh, goose. Fucking goose pate, bro.
Does it
Moved
still
it
have
up.
its head?
No, it's just the
I blasted it.
goose breast, the breast.
The breast.
Everything else she did all that in the backyard. I went to sleep.
Justin Anderson wants to know if you had the goose sign an NDA.
I don't want to talk about it. I never signed an NDA in my life, so.
Al
You don't even
Johnson, if you haven't shot a goose from your porch, have you ever really lived?
Wait, who's
It's
Alan
not.
Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my island boy.
Sorry, Al.
So as long as you and Al don't end up kissing like the Island Boys, we're good.
Not that there's anything wrong
Well,
with
if we're responsible for repopulating the planet,
Yeah, but if you're looking for fucking likes, like that's a completely different animal. You're fucking making out with your brother on Instagram. What's wrong with you, you fucking loser?
Jesus.
who the
Please
fuck
show
was
us your
making out with their brother on Instagram?
The fucking Island Boys, bro.
Okay. Who are the island boys?
The Island Boys. Are they the
But
ones
you
that
guys
are
don't
open?
know? No, you guys don't know who those two fucking chodes are?
No.
No.
So you just calling Al the Island Boy, and Tony, you're singing. You know the Island Boys.
I know the Island Boys. You've never seen the Island Boys. Do a quick little Google of this and that. You'll find out who the Island Boys are.
Yeah, it's
I thought
not
they were
like-
brothers, weren't they?
Yeah,
Aren't
and they
they-
were like making out on fucking Instagram with each other for.
Oh,
fucking
that I
likes or
didn't
some
see.
Goofy shit.
I did not know. I was not aware that there was incest in the Island Boy.
Make sure you put this close to the speaker on your phone so you start getting this stuff to show up in your social media feeds.
Ew, they are kissing. Bro. No, dude.
Yeah. Because we're the Island Boys. I make out with my brother.
You started like an island song and ended on a country note. With my brother.
Yo, Fly Soldier came out as gay. I didn't know that.
Who the fuck is
I don't know.
Fly
What's a
Soldier?
Fly
Fly
Soldier?
Soldier's one of the Island Boys.
Okay, but
The
you
other
still
one
don't
with
make out with your fucking brother, you weirdo.
Well, you don't.
And you're not an island boy.
No offense, Al. I'm not from Alabama, though.
Well, just in case you were wondering, Fly Soldier says he's a top, never a bottom. What am I learning today? Jesus.
You learn everything. This is how we start 2024 off.
Oh, here you go.
Great
Island Boys say their mom doesn't care they make out on OnlyFans. Fucking learning a lot today. Can we bring Kate in, please?
Yeah, I wonder if Kate knows about the Island Boys. Who's bringing her in? I don't want to double bring her in.
I brought her in. Don't kick her out. There we go.
I didn't stop. I'm not doing anything.
Can we do this?
What
we got.
I love about this show is that I had the beginning of it on and I was like, oh, HK's hungover, ha ha ha. And then I walk away to like fix my hair and face and whatever and come back on. And then I'm waiting in the back and it's like, the Island Boys are making out on social media. We switch quickly here.
Yeah, you also missed the whole conversation about goose blasting.
Oh. Oh my God, look at the time. I got
It's not what you think.
Happy New
But it's-
Year's, fellas.
Happy New Year, Kate. How was your New Year's?
It was good. I'm exhausted, but I spent New Year's with my sister in the city, and we just went to Bolero Lanes and we like bowled and played arcade games and hung out. It was really fun actually.
Awesome.
And then I was obviously at the pay-per-view the night before, so I like was all over the tri-state. I went to a family party on the 30th, then to Long Island, then I parked in Secaucus overnight and back in the city and now home. So a whirlwind, but a really fun weekend for sure.
Did you go right from the media scrum to bowling? Because that lasts about 12 hours. So
I could have. I don't know why I even got a hotel. I could have just gone right there. But yeah, I mean, I think we were in the room. I think I checked in at about 2:45 in the morning or 2:30 in the morning. It was very long day.
how was the? So I think everybody knows AEW Worlds End, right? End of world. What's it called? End of world.
World's End. Yep.
World's End was this past weekend, and I don't know if you've had a chance to go back and watch the show, Kate, but from my couch, the 8-man with Jericho, very weird vibe came across my TV screen, and obviously the news was broke earlier that morning, where Nick Houseman said he might be in the same ballpark as Harvey Weinstein. But on screen, when Jericho comes out, it was a weird vibe. Like the crowd was clearly not feeling it. Being live and sitting in the crowd, did it come across that way?
So I'll say a couple of things. The first is that from what I saw people saying in general, that like the live miking was really bad, that it was like very quiet and nothing was coming across, and it was very loud in the arena the whole night. It was pretty much a sold out crowd. So whatever miking situation was happening the whole night. There was a pop for Jericho's entrance, and then this happened when Ric Flair debuted too. Like everybody was shocked or like popped for the entrance, and then all of a sudden the energy just changed. Like there were NDA chants going on during the match. He was getting booed as a face, like a lot of this. Ricky Starks flicked him off, and he got a huge cheer for doing that. So the energy kind of flipped. I think people just like instinctively popped for the Judas entrance, and then like that moment kind of sets in, and being there live for the Flair debut was very similar, and that people were like, holy shit, Ric Flair's here. And then they were like, oh, I just remembered Ric Flair bragged about sexual assault. So it was a really weird energy in there. And the whole night was weird. I had like knots in my stomach the whole scrum because I knew what we were going to be getting into. And I feel like, I feel like it could have been handled a lot better by Nick Houseman to start. And I feel like rumors and allegations are different things, and that put everybody that was in that media scrum in a really weird position. And that makes things very tricky, especially when you're one of 3 women that were in the room. Very relieved and thankful for my male peers that were in there that did ask about that repeatedly asked about it. But it's also hard when you don't know what you're asking about, because no woman has actually come forward and said anything. Like a Kylie Ray heart emoji is not enough to ask a integrity question based off of, I think, which makes it tricky. So just a really uncomfortable situation all around that I think will probably continue until either more surfaces or it'll go away. We'll see.
Knowing that this information was out there, do you think it was right to go and put Jericho out in that match?
That's a hard call, because I think you almost like don't want to assign weight to somebody just saying something about rumors. I think if a woman had shared their experience about it, or if a woman had privately disclosed what had happened and there was an investigation, then you're talking something different. But for Nick Houseman to just go out there and say Jericho rumors, and not really compare it or base it in anything, I feel like as a wrestling company, you kind of can't assign that much weight to it. So I don't know if it was a good call or not. I'll say I think it was a fucking stupid match to have on the card to begin with. So maybe they should have pulled it all together. But I don't know what the right call is in that situation, because I don't think you want to give rumors almost that much credit when they're not truly rooted in anything. And again, there's all these leaps being made of that Nick Hausman was talking about Kylie. We don't know that. Her responding with a heart doesn't mean that's who he was referencing in the first place. There might be more women out there. Who knows, right? Like, you have no idea with any of these things. So I don't know what the right call in that situation is. I don't think it was the wrong call, but I don't know if it was the right call either.
So was this like a really big story? Do you think like a majority of the people in that building knew about it? Because I didn't know about it till I read the notes for the podcast. I didn't know that he was accused. I heard the term NDA, but I still thought that was because of the Punk Bucks Omega thing.
Sure. I'll tell you that I am not in the Scoops game, and I have heard 8 different versions of what the rumors are.
Okay.
I will say what I've heard is nothing forcible, or anything that would qualify as like sexual assault, but it would qualify as like sexual misconduct.
And there's no allegations by a specific individual, is there, or no?
That's my thing. Is there's no woman has come forward about her experience publicly, and there's no public facing knowledge that allegations were made and investigated upon.
Right.
So nobody knows, which is the tricky thing here. Like, you can't investigate allegations that weren't made, right?
Right.
So I think I don't have like any personal problem with Nick Hausman. He gets a lot of shit from a lot of people that I think is unfair, but I do think this was a wildly irresponsible way to go about something. And I don't think it was a potential victim-centric way to go about something,
right,
which is what should be the focus of something like that. If you sincerely think one or more people was sexual assaulted, you don't go on your own podcast and say, the Jericho rumors will come to light later, 5 days after Jericho's drunk tweeting on Twitter. And we all know that you're a CM Punk guy, right? It's like you're using sexual misconduct as leverage in a situation that has nothing to do with sexual misconduct.
Yeah, to use it as a chip in a fucking stupid exchange with Chris Jericho because you think he's lying, whatever. It's fucking nonsense. The reason for it coming out is nonsensical. The fact that Nick Hausman took the steps to put it out, hopefully he talked to whoever was put in that situation and he didn't just take it upon himself to spread that rumor. I don't want to spend a whole Kate's Corner talking about this because this is some heavy shit here. Scott George says you did a great job at the media scrum, Kate.
Thank you. I will say I had more fun with Toni Storm than anyone I've ever had in a media scrum. I got to ask her about people in AEW or obviously the big free agent, and she said there's obviously a big free agent, a big money match that's out there, and then she said, I'm gonna fuck you up, Wendy Richter. So I appreciated her being playful with that.
Not to go back to the Jericho things, I don't want to talk about it too much, but Kate brought up a question. I just kind of want her to elaborate it. Did you want that match pulled altogether because of the Jericho thing, or did you want it pulled because it was just no reason to have the match on the show at all?
Oh, it was just dumb and shitty creative, but
okay.
Yeah. And probably a good idea to pull it otherwise, I guess. But like before anything came out about Jericho, I was like, this is a really dumb match with no stakes in it.
A weird pivot from what they had originally planned. Yeah.
In the AEW world of pay-per-views, this is towards the bottom. Sure. I think we can all agree. Like, this was not a great show. It was very. It had a lot of. And I don't mean this in a negative way because WWE has the rocket strapped to them, but this was a very WWE feel to it with the reveal of the devil because everybody they just let it go forever, and the fucking what's it, kill shot? What the fuck is Luchasaurus? Kill switch? Kill switch winning a fucking terrible. If AEW does one thing in 2024, please stop with the fucking battle royals. The battle royal itself was dog shit, and then to have this, like, it was so right out of the WWE playbook, like 5 years ago, to have Edge win and then have Kill Switch show up and just like Christian cash in. It was like, oh, you took the fucking air right out of me, man.
I'll say this pay-per-view, there were a few things, right? The double angle got really screwed up by Adam Cole's injury, I think. Swerve versus Dustin Rhodes got screwed by Keith Lee not being able to go. That was such a bummer.
Why would you let somebody smash somebody with a piece of concrete and then say he's okay to wrestle?
Why would you have a 10-minute match after he got smashed with concrete? What are we doing? You know what we need? More tournaments in 2024. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, the C2 has been my favorite thing that they did in a long time. But there's been a lot of injuries that threw things off course. There were also things like, I think they wanted to give Andrade a final match. But the closing two matches of this were... I'm so bummed that the live mics were reflective of what the live experience was, because there were grown men crying about that Eddie Kingston win around me. And that match was like ugly and fun, and I thought it delivered. But there were people that were like very, very much in the boat of Eddie Kingston's trajectory through this whole thing. And I'm like of the belief that predictable is good when it's good. Like I had no problem with Adam Cole being the devil reveal and the Kingdom, especially after the ROH tag titles have been held hostage this long. Like them losing it for MJF to lose the tag titles and the world title and his best friend all within the course of a week, I think is an interesting character trajectory. And I thought it was really good. And I'll tell you what, it was very fun live, because even though people pretty much knew it, I think because Adam Cole didn't have a devil mask and take it off and they kind of reversed it, it felt, honest to God, in there like when I go back and watch like 80s MSG Junkyard Dog stuff. Like it was just like generic shock and awe noise, even though everybody knew it was coming still. And I think the Max passing out and then going into that was pretty well done. So like, I don't have a problem with the devil reveal. I think it was the right choice. And I think what's cool about it is you got Adam Cole as a heel again. You got Adam Cole with a faction again. If Kyle O'Reilly's healthy enough to come back, there's a lot of interesting things you could do with the Kingdom and a Red Dragon reunion. And I think MJF goes away for a while to heal up and do some stuff. But I think he also comes back heel. And I just appreciate an angle where both guys were faces and both guys emerge heel as the split. I think that's pretty cool. So,
do you think there's a chance that Bobby Fish actually comes back? Because you mentioned Red Dragon. Do you think there's a chance that happens?
They've said the door is open, but I could also just see it being like Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly or something along those lines. But I do think I'm a big KOR gal. Like I love Kyle O'Reilly, so I'm really hoping he can come back. But Bobby Fish left on kind of just like not bad terms, like just left. He's an older dude. There wasn't a ton for him to do. Like there was never anything negative.
He tried to convince them to go back to WWE, right? Isn't that the thing? He tried to convince Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole to leave.
I think there was a lot of bullshit out there.
If that was bullshit, then fuck it. Then bring him back.
I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he won't come back. But I think there's a lot you can do with the Kingdom plus Kyle O'Reilly, even if Bobby Fish doesn't re-enter that picture. But definitely a weaker pay-per-view. But I will say, like the back half of it picked up, and I know you didn't love the deathmatch booking at the end, but it was really loud in there for like Nick Wayne going through a table on fire and shit. Like people loved the actual deathmatch.
The match, right? The first half of the show, in my opinion, outside of the opening 8-man with all the guys in the C2, was very just. It was not good. But once you got to that second half, like I thought the Edge Christian match was fucking awesome. Just that WWE swerve where Edge, Adam Copeland. I'm gonna call him Edge forever, people. So just get over it.
Edge
He has his he has his moment, and then like Killswitch just shows up, and like Christian takes like it's such a hokey WWE thing. It really just fucking irked me. I thought the Eddie Kingston John Moxley match was the fucking best thing on the whole show because it was AEW. Should be the identity of AEW, the Eddie Kingston John Moxley match. Like, stop trying to be like the WWE and do these long convoluted fucking storylines that you just it goes back to, we talked about it at the beginning of the Mark Order podcast when we first started. Like, everything Jericho was involved with went way too fucking long with the factions. They take these stories and they just fucking drag them out forever to the point where it's like, just fucking pull the trigger already. That's the way I see it. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
No, I think you definitely have a good point, and it does always seem to be like Jericho faction stuff that goes super long. But at the same time, like, to me, Adam Page and Kenny was like a 1.5 year long program, arguably since before the roots of AEW, and that's one of the best stories they've ever done, right? But to your point, I don't have a problem with like a WWE style match.
Right.
If that's the one thing that's on the card that feels that way. I know on the scrum, on the media call that was before the pay-per-view, Tony Khan said they looked at the C2 as almost an experiment of, can we make sports-based wrestling draw? And it kicked ass. It did the best numbers they've done in a long time. Ratings are down on television across the board, but they were in about half the drop that traditional programming had. They were beating college basketball and football and all sorts of stuff. So they were very, very encouraged by that. And he said they're going to be kind of returning more to that sports-based stuff. But I know they also take a lot of pride in it kind of being almost a buffet. So I think you're going to see sports-based stuff, but you'll probably have one dumb thing that we'll complain about because that's not my shit either.
Right,
I think with this version of Christian, though, I actually kind of liked it.
Exactly.
It should be a WWE style match because he's a fucking goofball heel, you know?
And it's impossible not to have some sort of storytelling when it comes to Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian aren't going to go out there and have like a New Japan match. There's so much history between those two guys that like, and they're old and they worked in WWE their entire career. And I'm sure have a lot of control over the stories that are written for them or by them, for all I know. So the whole Christian like losing and then like that's like, it also shows like the power that Christian has over like his group. And I want to know what he whispered in Killswitch's ear to convince Killswitch to give him his title shot. Like, to me, that's intriguing. Like, what did he say? Like,
sure. And I'm sure Jungle Boy is going to come back and either further the turn or make Luchasaurus see the other side of things, right? Like, I do think there was a productive, even though I don't like the like hot potato back and forth with the title part of it, I do appreciate that. I think there's a story angle there, and it's probably a Jungle Boy return.
Yeah, I'm with you in terms of like in theory, like if that happened in like WWE, right? Like I'd like would shit all over it. But because it's like these two guys for some reason, it's like there's history. There's Christian is such a piece of shit now. Like, it's great. So like to me, like him doing that and getting people even more upset about it is like, to me, is like cool, and it only enhances the story to me. It's just one guy's opinion.
Oh, sorry, Kate, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, there's also like, I'm always okay with stuff, even if I don't like it, if it still makes wrestling sense. And I think that still makes wrestling sense.
Yes.
Like, that's going to further the story. So even if it's not for me, I'm like, as long as they're doing sound creative, someone will attach to it. I don't like spooky shit either. But as long as they do it well, that's for somebody, right? So.
Yeah. And Matt, I feel like there is a fine line between hot shotting and dragging on. Like, WWE has done a tremendous job of telling really succinct, long stories lately. So, like, I understand what you're saying about dragging on, but I'd rather drag on than hot shot a million different things every week.
Yes, and we'll pick this up. But Kate, this has been awesome. You are awesome. At Miss Kate Fabe on all forms of social media. She just dropped an interview a couple days ago with Rocky Romero that's on her YouTube. If you are preparing for Wrestle Kingdom, me and Kieran did not get to do a Bread Club today, so I highly suggest checking out Kate sitting down with Rocky Romero. It's a great interview. It's a great talk. So you just go to Kate's Twitter machine at Miss Kate Fabe, hit that link tree, and make sure you follow Kate on all forms of social media. Kate, this has been an absolute pleasure. Go get some rest and tune in Wednesday night for the Mark Order podcast, where Kate's going to give her full rundown of all things AEW.
That's right. Thank you, fellas. It's always fun coming on here. I appreciate you.
Always
Kate,
a
we
pleasure,
appreciate
Kate.
you taking time out of your busy schedule. Tony didn't say anything inappropriate about you. He didn't channel his inner
I
Jericho.
never do. Shut your hole.
It kind of like
dare
it,
you.
almost, it feels wrong almost. Like I feel like I'm just glad he showed up this time because last time I was on, it was like,
hey, Kate, why don't you drive to my house in North Arlington and come in the hatch, and it'll just be me and you, Jericho style.
bye.
Yeah.
I become in.
Kate, please check your emails for the PDF of the NDA. Thank you. What? I gotta be protected because you guys are fucking animals.
That is a fair point. Kevin, back to your point, KJG. I think so. I'm not talking about present day WWE. I'm talking about like a couple years ago when it seemed like they were just, things were just super predictable and they just kept fucking dragging them out to the point where when the reveal happened or when we got to that moment, it was kind of like, all right, like, whatever. The bloom was already off the rose. Nobody cared.
It's tough. I understand what you're saying, and as predictable as Adam Cole being the devil was, I think they did it extremely well. And I think the inclusion of the new group of the Kingdom and Roderick Strong and even Wardlow, I think there's some juice there. And I think, like Kate mentioned, too, instead of taking the mask off, he put it on, like he had it with them. I forget if he put it on or not.
No, he just was kind of holding it when he sat
Yeah,
down
he just
in the
held it
chair.
up. Yeah. So to me, like, what else could they have really done aside from like bringing in somebody to start a new story, like a Dolph Ziggler or something like that, like who would be the only other person that I would accept as the devil if it wasn't Adam Cole? They really had no choice, but because if not, then it would drag out even longer. Like if they didn't want to go with Adam Cole, then who the fuck is it going to be, and how do we make that make sense? So, like, it would even go even further and longer and everything. So to me, like, it was the perfect time to do it. It was time to get the belt off MJF. And I thought it was done well. And MJF now has a dispute for the title because you could say that he never tapped out because his hand hit his leg or some shit like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I didn't see all the show, but I saw enough to know that I enjoyed a lot of it. So what I saw was really, really fun.
Yeah, it's weird because, there's MJF put out the Players Tribute article and his future is undecided. So we don't, and he's got to go off and heal because he's tired. Wah. So now you have Adam Cole, who's the devil, but he can't wrestle because his ankle's been broken since September, and Samoa Joe's the champion, and like the Adam Page stuff is out the window because we don't know what MJF is going to do. So we're kind of just here now, right? Am I the only one that feels that way about this?
Yeah.
I gotta wait and see until Wednesday.
With him being the devil, obviously everybody super predictable. I was kind of disappointed, but I think that's just because I was being overly hopeful for something else or something new. But with MJF going away, and now you have Adam Cole as the leader of this, this new stable. Like Matt said, like now it just feels like we are just kind of here. Like, I don't know what is going to be next for Adam Cole and them. And obviously KJG, like you said, we do got to wait until Wednesday to see, but it very much just seems it kind of hit flat for me.
So if Adam Cole is not ready to wrestle right away, I think you could easily flip the switch and turn, unless they got somebody else in mind for Samoa Joe, like an Edge or I don't even know who the top baby faces are. Jericho, Darby, Sammy. Unless you have somebody else in line for Joe, I'd say you just turn Joe back to being a babyface and let him have a run with this stable. Because I don't know if they're like aligned. I don't know if they actually ended up like all being together, or if it was just the stable that beat the shit out of Max. So maybe you have Joe saying, "Hey, listen, whatever, I didn't need you." They would yada yada yada. Like, and then you have Joe and Cole feud over the belt until Max is ready to come back, if he does come back.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna look Wednesday. You're gonna tune in from Newark, New Jersey, right in our backyard. Is the next episode of Dynamite, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about that with Ortiz when he joins us shortly. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels for me. It was a weird show. It was a weird pay-per-view. It didn't have. It left a lot to be desired. And according to Scott George, who watched the scrum, Joe called out Hangman at the press scrum. So maybe that's your buffer until Revolution, or that's your match at Revolution.
Probably your match.
So then, what are they doing with this Adam Cole stable?
I guess we just wait and find out and see. I don't know.
Well.
Adam Cole can't wrestle. The Kingdom are your I mean, they're gonna have to explain themselves Wednesday night, right? And Wardlow's part of it, and Roddy, and thank God the fucking yelling and screaming of Roderick Strong screaming Adam Cole's name is not something that we have to sit through anymore. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see. You know what I can see them doing, Matt? Like throw it back to like Evil Heart Foundation when Bret Hart couldn't wrestle, but he was always out there in like the wheelchair with the cast on and shit. Maybe like they could like play into that a little bit and have like all the other guys like do the dirty work for him, but still keep Adam Cole super relevant. I just thought of it, so I'll do it out there.
Yeah, no, look, I'm sure you can. And, when last Wednesday when MJF lost the tag titles, pleasure doing business with you. So Samoa Joe clearly worked with the devil and knew, he curried favor with them so they would beat up MJF and soften him for Saturday. So it's just, look, I love that the Kingdom is the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Wardlow having something to do where he's against, he was trying to destroy Max, checks out with the story. I'm just, I thought we were like this. I'm curious to see where we go now with Swerve, because I thought Swerve was really like next man up, but then like Keith Lee can't catch a fucking break because he's always hurt. So it feels like we're never going to get this Swerve Keith Lee match. The thing with Dustin was, look, it was unnecessary. They should have just stopped it after they smashed his fucking ankle with the Conga cinder block and just called it a day. They didn't need to have an 11-minute match or however long it was.
How did Dustin look?
Dustin looks great. He looks great. It was just, we've been waiting since Keith Lee showed up. You've wanted the Swerve Keith Lee. Oh, I brought this to keep Nelly away. A spray bottle. There she goes. I don't even need to spray her with it. She just sees it and then she runs away. Because I can't have her jumping up here. She just knocked over the goon. Oh my goodness, gravy. Stop it, Bill. This was what's been missing from this show.
Yep.
This ridiculousness.
Yep.
We got standings are in for the picks. We got 2 more shows left. NWA is not a pay-per-view. I thought it was, and I was really like in the cockles of my heart. I was hoping to come on here and just crush Tony's little soul.
No,
but it's not.
We didn't pick Sam Hine, so we ain't picking this shit.
Sam Hine.
Yes, we did.
We picked Sam Hine.
Yeah, we picked Sam
Hine. It was a
Hine.
pay-per-view. That was a pay-per-view. This is not on Thriller or Fight or whatever fucking. Whatever the streaming service is now, it's not on there. You can't purchase it. So
good, thank God.
So we're out on that. But Tony still has a commanding lead. He went 10-1.
Commanding.
He's up 3 games, man. We're running out of time here, KJG.
3 with 2 to go.
All right,
yeah,
Kevin's
but that's
right.
New Japan, man, and New Japan's got 8,000 matches.
No, it doesn't.
I think it only has like 10 or 11.
10.
That's
10
good enough
matches.
for me. Good enough for me.
Please.
Hard to kill? Come on, I'm TNA master.
You haven't had any new TNA content in weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Weeks.
Still
Me and HK tied. Me and Tony were the only two to take Edge.
Yeah, and I didn't take Willow. I took Buttlander.
We all took Buttlander.
I only took Buttlander because everyone else took Buttlander. First time I've ever done that.
Yeah, but I thought about it. I thought it was going to be her, finally like being a mean one and turning on Willow, but it didn't happen.
So we don't get anything. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a debate about the Edge Christian match and what is scored.
Nope.
No, they were two separate matches.
Yep.
And Christian won one of them.
Yeah,
No.
he won the match we did.
Christian won the match that didn't matter.
All right, good call. Just trying. I got to try.
Listen, I don't blame you for trying.
I thought about that angle too, KJG.
You
Figured if I don't bring it up.
sneaky shits.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I give you credit for trying. Let me see.
Had to bring it up.
Yeah.
What kind of competitor would I be if I didn't?
Not a good one, apparently.
An honorable one?
No. Nope.
Yeah, we got 10 matches at Wrestle Kingdom 18.
Yes.
So when those picks, we can make those picks. We got to make them before Wednesday, boys.
Before Wednesday? No, before Thursday.
No, the show happens Thursday.
Yeah, like 3 in the
3 a.m.
morning. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
so
got to be in
Wednesday.
by Wednesday. Yeah. You said before Wednesday, meaning Tuesday.
Tony, come on. You're out of your
I give you
element
that. I give you that.
No,
not a
let's
very
see.
on paper. It's not a very exciting time for Wrestle Kingdom. Not excited.
It is
about this
for
one,
me.
boys. Yeah,
It is for me. I'm feeling good about it.
Are you?
I'm feeling great about it.
What are you feeling great about?
I'm feeling great about this. Woo! By the way, Kevin, you owe Matt a punishment yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
Didn't even mean it like that.
Just got a deep, dark look into you.
Well, you kind of got to. I don't want to light a fire under you, but you got to kind of hurry up because this year's almost over,
I know.
and that was last year's punishment.
I know.
What do you this year? The year's over, bro. It's fucking January 1st, 2024.
No, but the picks end before the Royal Rumble, so he still has a little bit, but not much time to get a punishment in there.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm right again, Matt. Say it. Tony, you got me again. I sure did, buddy.
You got me again, Donkalicious.
Let's Doc. Call me Dockalicious.
No, we will be doing no such thing.
Dockalicious. Dockalicious.
Do we? I don't know where he is. Ortiz,
You want to bring him in?
Are you there?
You want to bring it? Can we
I
holler
don't-
to him?
Do we want to look at his fucking ceiling?
No, he's
There
coming.
he is. Oh my god.
He's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring him in.
There he is. Oh, wait, where'd he go? Who keeps doing that to me? Don't touch any buttons. He's in.
I got
I'm
no
not touching buttons. Oh, okay.
No, not you,
All right.
man. No, you're good. You're good.
What's up, fellas?
What
Are
up?
we all
What's up with
frozen?
you, man?
Say hi, dude. Happy New Year, Mr. Ortiz.
Happy New Year's. Or
Long
New
time no
Year's.
see.
I always say plural, New Year's.
All right, so here's the
It's just
rule.
a bad habit.
Here's the rule. You can say it on New Year's Eve and New Year's
Okay.
Day because Happy New Year's it refers to Eve or day. After that, it's Happy New Year.
I'm with you. There's a whole Curb Your Enthusiasm episode about this. It's hilarious.
It's a great
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's awesome.
How did you celebrate your New Year's?
Oh man, I'm boring now. I'm an old man. I went to sleep before midnight. I woke up to a bunch of like missed phone calls and text messages. Yeah, me and my girl just fell asleep early, man. I'm living that boring dad life. Yeah.
I think we're all there. I'm not, except for Handsome Kevin. Hey, let me ask you, Ortiz. You've been with us for a while. You've been a friend for a long time. We have KJG, the original Kevin, and then we have Handsome Kevin. Does Handsome Kevin's name live up to the nickname?
Let me get a side profile. I'll give it to him. It's a handsome fellow.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I'm
that.
all about lifting people up, man. I couldn't even say, even if you weren't handsome, there's no way I could admit it.
Bro, I'd blow your
It's
back
all
out
over.
if you.
Makes
You'd have
me
a
a little
hernia if you
concerned.
tried to pick me up.
Not at
So
all.
it's been a long time since we last got you on the show. It was
A few years.
August 2009.
Okay. Oof.
And
What?
life.
Wait, 2009 or 19? 19.
We have, Jesus.
Oh, I was about to
Jeez.
say, jeez.
Oh
I don't
my
even think I
God.
was wrestling in 2009.
We didn't even have a show in
you.
2009. I don't know what the hell fantasy world Matt's living in.
Oh, you don't
Let me
wanna know.
let me spill the beans for Ortiz. Matt said if it was him and Bret Hart, the last two people on Earth, and in order to keep the human race alive, they would have to dock. Matt would not do it. Yay or nay? I mean,
What would I do?
no. Well, I mean, I told Matt he should have. I mean, I think all of us would agree that we would have to keep the race going, right?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You'd have to. But Matt's the
Yeah.
only one that said, "Fuck all this, I'm out."
Man, I respect it, man. You got to stick to your guns no matter what. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to know
and I
that
ain't
history ended like that.
because I wouldn't touch guns with the Hitman. I'm okay with that.
Hey, if you want to be the best there ever was, there's only one way.
Do I get that moniker? Do I become the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be? Because then we can talk.
Definitely. I think that's a given, man.
yeah, you'd be responsible for the continuation of the human race. I mean, why
Legit.
wouldn't you be? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bret Hart has to give me that nickname. He has to say, "I am now Cowboy Bret Hart. You are the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be."
Okay. I think that's not a huge ask, man.
Well, then
You're saving the human
somebody
race.
at WWE has to go back and edit every single one of his interviews. All right, or I better be getting a fucking royalty check. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. I respect it.
So 5 years since we last had you on the show, and we've run into you at shows and such, but it's nice to get you back on here. And a lot has changed in 5 years. The last time you were on the show, you were kind of in limbo. We didn't know where you're going from. You guys had just finished up an Impact. Eventually, obviously, AEW is a great score, and it's been kind of an interesting ride for you. What have you learned about yourself in that 5 years?
Ooh, what a good question. Definitely a lot, man. I mean, right now I'm not tag team wrestling, which is a new venture for me because I spent the majority of my career as a tag guy. So now I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of trying to find my voice. Like, I still don't know what the answer is, but it's almost exciting because I get like a new palette to paint with, and just figure it out. And I've changed so much just in the last 3 years, like mentally, that it's more exciting than it is depressing. Whereas I think if this would have happened about a year ago and I was going through different things in my life, I don't know if I'd be able to kick out of it. Like, it's just a new path that I have to go on, and I'm still trying to figure it out. But I just refound my purpose in wrestling. It almost became a job for a little while, and I started going through the motions. And it's almost like you take things for granted. I think that's with anything in life. When you do something for so long, you can almost take it for granted. And I look back and I had great opportunities, great moments in wrestling. But man, if I had the mentality that I had now, I would have took so much more advantage of that. And that's kind of just where I'm playing with right now, like taking advantage of everything I get, no matter what it is, if it's small or big. I just don't want to look back and be like, man, I should have stepped it up a little harder in that moment and stuff like that. So I'm like, just ready to accept what's thrown at me and just go with the punches and then kind of get back to basics. I've become a nerd about training again and like really getting into the weeds of things. So that's kind of where I'm focused. And, being a dad and doing boring dad stuff like adulting, like paying my taxes, getting health insurance, shit like that.
What was the most difficult part about transitioning from you and Santana to finding your own voice and to finding your own creative outlets? What was the most difficult part? Was it the character development? Was it where do I go from here? Explain how that works.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still in that phase. I kind of want to change my whole like persona and aura. I've kind of been typecast into like the street brawler guy, which is fine. And it's very close to home, and I'm down to play that role. But I also just like, I want to wrestle. I want to chain wrestle. I want to like go hold for hold. I want to do more lucha stuff. Like I've always prided myself in being like a hybrid wrestler, and I just kind of want to do more of that. And I feel like in the last couple of years, especially coming off of Impact, because like me and Santana did gimmick matches so well, street fights and barbed wire massacre and table matches, and we did well and excel in those matches. It was like a double-edged sword. We were kind of typecast into playing that role. Like we were in all the blood and guts and all the stadium stampedes. Well, except for one blood and guts. But yeah, it's just kind of like we kind of fell into playing that role. And I kind of just want to go back to like just wrestling, doing some cool stuff. Like my favorite type of wrestling is early 90s Michinoku Pro. So I want to do more stuff like that. I want to be in like dope multi-man matches. And I love tag team wrestling. And I want to continue tag team wrestling. But kind of now, it doesn't seem like it's in the cards for me. I mean, maybe I could push a little harder to do it. But I find myself on an island all by myself. And I'm just trying to find that voice. I feel like I have a opportunity. Instead of looking at like the cup half empty, I can look at it the cup half full, and I can take this opportunity to reinvent myself and kind of maybe a gimmick change. Like I don't know. I'm playing with stuff. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff in the tank, and I'm kind of seeing where it goes. I don't want to like say one thing because honestly, I might wake up tomorrow and feel something else.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my wife to do that, but she hasn't yet, so we're good there. So we had you guys in studio when you were kind of in limbo. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever answered this. Was there anyone else courting you guys besides AEW?
Yeah. Impact definitely wanted to keep us. WWE was an option at that time. They really went back and forth with us, and they made our decision really hard. Like they made it very appealing to. We would have been going over for NXT, and they were just like making it very appealing, and it made it hard for us to actually choose AEW. But ultimately, we went with AEW just because the schedule was a huge factor. Being that we would just be at home more with our families and be able to raise our children and have more of a hand in that. And we were thinking best case scenario, let's say we bust our ass and we take off and we make it to the main roster in WWE, we'd probably never be home. So that was a huge factor. But yeah, WWE and Impact obviously wanted to keep us at the time. No other like international companies were really fishing for us.
So it's such an iconic moment in like the beginnings of AEW when you guys showed up with those with the president's masks on. And since it's been 5 years and that was after we had you on last, can you talk about what that moment with us to you meant, like doing that, like having that big reveal and having that roar of the crowd know exactly who the fuck you guys were?
Sick, man. I joked around with Santana, and I've said this on a few interviews before, but it's a good story. So that day, like we were a secret, we were snuck in. We were like in our locker room. We shared a locker room at SCU. And SCU was the only guys that saw us there, but we were kind of like off in the back, got snuck into the arena, and we were just sitting around all day, like anticipating. We had no phone service, so we couldn't really see what was going on with the show. So we were just kind of completely in the dark. And then we could kind of hear the crowd faintly from where we were at. And we were nervous and anxious, of course. So like we get set up and we were underneath the ramp, and we were hiding underneath the ramp. And then there was like a little curtain that we could just go out and kind of be right on the floor and be right in the ring. So right before we went on, we have the president mask, so we can't really see shit. You know, it's really dark under there. But I joke around with Santana. I'm like, no one's going to pop. And we're just going to take off our masks and everyone's going to just like crickets. No one's going to care, right? And I legitimately was like, we're probably not going to get the reaction that like a huge ovation. But man, I'm happy I was wrong. Like that ovation that we got was insane. That was one of my, if not top moment in wrestling, in the top 3 moments that I've ever had. Like, man, I've been trying to chase that drug, that pop ever since we got it. I've been trying to get that back. It's like chasing the dragon. It was really awesome, but we legitimately thought no one was going to care. You know what I mean? Because like you hear rumblings on the internet, but you don't know how that carries over into like a live crowd and people, because the internet is such a small community compared to like the casual viewer that comes to the show. And it just seemed like in that moment, everyone in that crowd knew who we were, and it was really cool. Awesome moment.
You mentioned the internet and the fans. There was a big swell for the internet wrestling community about Proud and Powerful. We, and I will say we, because I was rooting, we felt like they fucking dropped the ball with not giving you guys a tag title run. You guys, it's like when you guys show up in AEW, it's the Young Bucks, it's the Lucha Brothers, it's EYFBO. Like those are the best tag teams in the world, and for us, and we're on the other side, we're just fans, but for us to see you guys not used to your full potential, it was frustrating for us when you see such a tag division like that, and we felt like you guys, I hate to use the term because it pisses Tony off, should have got your flowers at some point. Did you guys hear the rumbling from the internet wrestling community about that?
Definitely. It was hard to ignore because I still get tagged and stuff to this day. Like I'll randomly open up my Twitter, and I've been less and less on social media, like by design, just so like I think anything, whether it's bad or good, is just like too much of it is not good for you on either end. And I just kind of like because it can affect you. I know some people say they'll read stuff and it doesn't affect you, but if you read someone really hate your guts, it's gonna like you're gonna think about it for a second, unless you're that type of human being that you can read something and it kind of rolls off your shoulders. So I tend to avoid it at times, but that stuff is almost hard to avoid because we're constantly tagged and stuff about that. To answer your question on how I felt about it, I think we could have forced a hand a little bit more when we did have the opportunities that we had. And I can't completely blame the company because, I mean, there was talks about it, but it was almost like it was never the right time, right? It just wasn't our time. And it was just kind of because we were always intertwined with like a huge storyline with the Inner Circle, and kind of like it would have been hard to like sway off and kind of go do our own tag thing and go after the tag titles. So, I mean, it actually was supposed to happen more than once. But just due to stuff out of our control or out of my control, it just never seemed to pan out. It's not like those people on the internet that were clamoring for us to be tag team champions. Like it was noticed by the people in AEW and above, and it almost happened 2 times. It just never panned out. I won't get into the weeds of things. Only because I think I'll get in trouble if I do. So
we don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It was supposed to happen, it just never did, unfortunately. So and now, yeah.
No, so here's another question that may get you into trouble, but might not. I don't think it will. So
go for it. I'll redirect, or I just won't answer.
Just kind of going on like the other end of the spectrum. When Santana comes back, you guys split.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So how did you feel that whole scenario went? The split, how they worked it, like how were you satisfied with any sort of like blow off that they may have given you? Like what was your reaction to the split?
I mean, unfortunately, like it wasn't the company's call to split us. Me and Santana just couldn't get it together personally. And he just was very adamant about not working with me anymore for whatever reason. So, I mean, the company kind of had no choice but to split us up, right? So they were like, okay, you're just not going to just not tag. It doesn't make any sense. Like, let's at least make this make sense why you split. But even when we did it on TV, it just ended up, I feel like, being kind of rushed and like, you know what I mean? Let's get to the point already.
Yeah.
Due to stuff that was going on backstage, and it was just making it hard to like really put forward a program. And then just our television in general kind of has that feeling all over on all our shows. There's almost that sense of rushing at times. Some stuff kind of sits and settles, but you could kind of see what they're putting their effort into, like the stuff that really gets time to settle and really get to cook. Whereas some other segments, due to time constraints, you just kind of have to make those segments go faster and faster. And there were supposed to be more development between me and him. It just, again, things out of my control. It just never panned out the way it was. Like, it was set out to be like a couple of weeks program throughout all our television, like Collision, Dynamite, and Rampage. And then we just kind of just went to Rampage, and then we stood there, and yeah, it just kind of played out how it played out, unfortunately.
And it's a shame because those vignettes you guys were doing, those videos to set it up, were awesome. It had such a it gave it such and you know, you got to blend reality with wrestling. There was that personal feeling there, but it made it that much more interesting and exciting. And it's unfortunate that it kind of ended up rushed for you. Talking personal feelings and such, the success of Eddie Kingston, you guys go way, way, way back. He's constantly calling you monkey, and we know, you know, anyone from the tri-state area knows of your relationship with Eddie. How happy does it make you first to see the success, and then, you know, it's like you've known for years this is what Eddie Kingston was capable. How happy are you to see him get his comeuppance? I'm not going to say roses, Tony.
His flowers. Man, it's dope, man. It's just like everyone that knew Eddie, or if you've seen Eddie on the independents, and just any wrestlers that's ever started a locker room with him and just seen him do a promo and just seen him have one of those matches, like, we all knew like who he was, and just the rest of the world needed to be exposed to that. You know what I mean? I've said it to him. He doesn't like the reference, but he's almost like our generation's Dusty Rhodes. He's the everyday guy, you know what I mean? Like, he's the blue collar guy, and he's legit that guy. And it just, his promos make you believe, no matter what. Like, it just, you know, it's coming from places real. And then just him being my friend, on top of me actually just being a fan of his work, it was really awesome, man. I was watching at home because sadly I wasn't at the pay-per-view, but I was watching on my cell phone because I couldn't mirror it onto my TV. I was like, I really feel like a dad, like an old dad. I couldn't get the technology to work. I'm pissed off, wanting to break my phone. So, and then I couldn't even get the phone to like go from horizontal to vertical. You know what I mean? So I'm like pissed off that it wasn't working, right? And it kept connecting to my TV, but it was like, it kept buffering. So anyways, I got to watch him win the Intercontinental Classic on a really like 2-inch screen, but it was really cool. It was dope, man. I love it. I just loved, like, every time I remember to go off on a quick side story, just to give you a little bit more to your answer, to me answering your question. I remember when he wrestled Miro. I forgot what pay-per-view it was. He wrestled Miro for the TNT title. I think they opened up one of the pay-per-views, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, but it was maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. But being in the crowd, like being on the floor, TV doesn't like really show the energy of a live audience. Like, you know, the difference between watching wrestling on the television screen and watching it in the crowd, and just being on that floor and Eddie coming out, and it just, other than Eddie Guerrero, when have you ever heard Eddie chants like that, right? Eddie Guerrero was like the first, and Eddie Kingston is now gets the Eddie chants. And it's just crazy hearing that echo through a huge arena in front of like 10, 15,000 people. I mean, it was sick, but one of the coolest moments I remember was Miro had him in the camel clutch, whatever he calls his camel clutch. And then he went over and got a rope break, and the crowd went insane. And I was like, wow, this is pro wrestling, man. Like, the crowd was so invested that they gave him an insane reaction to just get a rope break. And me and Bryce Rensburg, which Bryce Rensburg has known Eddie even longer than me because he started training with him in Jakar, we had tears in our eyes. Like, our boy, like, look at what's happening right now. It was such a feel-good moment, man. Like, I anytime like I'm dealing with stress or stuff like that, I think about times like that in wrestling, and I'm like, oh, this is all worth it, man. All the bullshit backstage politics, all the whatever drama's going on. When wrestling is like that, it's perfect, man. It's untouchable. Like, yeah. Sorry to go off on a rant, but yeah,
Oh,
it was
no,
really
you're
awesome
good.
to answer your question. Eddie's my boy, man.
Did you? So you mentioned Michinoku Pro in the early '90s. Did you ever see yourself standing across the ring from Jun Akiyami?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Not in a million years did I ever think about it. It never crossed my mind, and it was really cool.
Is that like a holy shit? I got to pinch myself moment.
Legit, I've been living off that moment for the last year because that's like the biggest thing I've had in the last year. You know what I mean? Like, to me, in my eyes, I've had other cool matches, and then I did Wembley, which was amazing, being in front of that crowd of people. But yeah, Jun Akiyama all day. That was really cool being in the ring with him. Like, the wrestling nerd in me, that was probably the biggest moment I've had in the last 2 years.
I've asked guys before, but I'm sure Akiyami speaks pretty broken. He probably speaks English enough to get through a match. Is there a language barrier there, and how difficult does it make life for you guys?
Not difficult at all. I've worked guys from different backgrounds, Japanese. I mean, I understand Spanish, but like luchadors, even like French wrestlers.
French?
Wrestling is yeah. In Canada, French Canadian. I don't know if you can consider them French, but barely spoken. Oui. But barely spoke any English, like, very broken English, very French Canadian sounding. Yeah, I mean, wrestling is a universal language. And to answer your question, Akiyama is just like, stay. Like, don't move. That was it. It was just like, stay still. Okay, gotcha. And then I kind of saw what was coming, you know what I mean? And just opened up and just trusted him to do his thing. With people like that, it's just like you just trust them and you just like, just stay loose is the best way I can put it. Yeah.
So you're now doing a little bit of an independent run by yourself, and you are not shying away from competition. I know last month you did the mystery wrestling with Mike Bailey and Trent Seven and Matthew St. James.
That was cool.
And you and Brian Keith, the Revolver season finale, you are getting in there with some of the best on the independent circuit. Is that you kind of testing yourself?
100%. It's by design. Like, I'm just trying to wrestle as much as possible, and I'm not a very athletic person. Anything athletic that I could do in the ring, done like 1,000 times, right? So I just, like, if I don't wrestle in a while, I almost feel like I have two left feet. Like, it doesn't feel right. So I thought to myself, okay, like, because AEW allows us to do independence, I was like, I'm just going to do as much as I can. You know what I mean? And still, wrestle on TV, do my thing. But I just want to wrestle while my body can still take it, man. Like, I'm almost 40. I'm 3 years away. My goal is to make it to 20 years. And then after that, I'm definitely going to start dialing back wrestling. I'm not going to say I'm going to hang up the boots forever, but definitely slowing down at my 20-year mark. And I'm at 13, 14 years now, so I got another 6 years to wrestle on a high level. People like Jericho and Sting have given me hope that I could keep wrestling into my 60s, but I don't know if I'm just going to still want to. So we'll see what happens. But yes, by design, I'm trying to wrestle literally the best of the best on the independents, signed talent, not signed talent, whatever it is, and just challenge myself and get uncomfortable, because not doing tag team wrestling is very uncomfortable for me. But I've enjoyed the challenge.
So let me ask you, second to Jun Akiyama, in your life, did you ever think you would have your own action figure?
No, that's another one. Nah. Like, I had a lot of faith that I was going to make it to some kind of television, to wrestle on television professionally and make money and be able to support myself doing it. Like, that was the only faith that I had, that I felt like I had enough talent to get signed to a major company. After that, my dreaming ended. So I didn't think I was going to get a figure or be in a video game, which I'm yet to be in. but we'll see. Maybe I'm on one of the DLCs for AEW.
You're good. You're good, bro. Don't worry. Look, I
Our
fucking
video games get so much hate.
the gameplay is awesome. It plays like a THQ game.
Yeah,
That's it. The fucking stories suck. They suck. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to get you in
Not
trouble.
good.
The storyline mode sucks. I don't want to work out. I don't want to see the Statue of Liberty. I want to fucking wrestle, and I don't want to lose my luggage. And then I have mean Mark Calloway telling me he hid my fucking luggage from me. All right, fucking A.
Hey, I'm gonna be a good company man. The video game may not be for everybody, but it has its perks. It has its upside. Just take it for a video game. Just get a couple of friends. You have 3 other friends, and you just play online. There you go.
You don't. These guys aren't my friends. Don't be so. Do you hear
like
the
you
shit
either, pal.
When I'm not here, they shit. Tony shit talks me the most out of everybody. If
You
anyone's my
deserve
friend,
it.
if anyone's my friend, it's KJG.
You wouldn't dock with Bret Hart to save the world, you chode.
What the fuck did I do?
Yeah, what did he do?
Your monkey see, monkey do with this asshole over here, Tony. Tony and Handsome Kevin, like fucking perfect strangers. Let's make fun of Matt. You just chuckle and laugh and vape, you fucking hand jobs.
So he's calling me an asshole. Then he wonders why I talk shit about him when he's not here.
I say, if anything, you're their favorite person because they talk about you all the time. They make fun of you. I think that's enduring.
Might be a stretch.
Yeah, you want us to give you your flowers, you asshat?
I mean, I like them.
See, KJG's my guy.
I mean, am I wrong? Flowers is such a stupid thing. Like, why can't you just say props like a normal human being? Like, give him credit. Give him his, like...
Because
props
nothing
isn't out, is it?
Recently a thing. Isn't that like recently a thing? Flowers, calling it flowers. For me, it was always props.
Yeah, one asshole said flowers, and now everybody's saying flowers.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not in Japan.
Like,
we're not Yokozuna on fucking Monday Night Raw. We don't get flowers.
You know how dumb white people sound when they say props? Let me give you your props, dude.
You know how stupid everyone sounds when they say get your flowers?
Wait,
You don't get
Say it like
flowers? Your girl, when you pick her up for a date, she gets flowers. You get props if you deserve it. And I don't think you deserve it, asshole. Sorry,
Fair.
Ortiz. I needed to get that out.
Not you're good.
you know what? We're gonna go full circle back to the beginning of the show. You don't have to answer this, Ortiz, if you don't want to. But we had a conversation earlier in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you, if your significant other came to you with the suggestion of a foot job, is that something you would be into?
Like, she proposed it to me?
Yeah, and she was like, "I want to use my feet to give you cranky Yankee."
Now,
I mean-
we're assuming they're nice looking feet. Like, you wouldn't want, like,
No, you don't.
callous, corns, bunions.
You take it. You take it. However it is. If your girl's got ugly feet, then you're fucked, bro.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm trying to picture her feet. Give me a second.
It's fair. My wife's gonna hear this and she's gonna come up here. She's tried. She's been like, "How about a foot job?" And I'm like, "Get it." And she might say it jokingly, but I want no part of it. No part of a foot job.
I mean, maybe at least once. Just I'd be down for at least once. Just kind of yeah.
Give it a go. Why not?
Unbelievable.
I mean, you never know. Yeah. You never know what you're gonna like or not like until you try it. Like I tell my son all the time, like he'll not want to try new food. And I'm like, listen, you gotta at least try it, and then you can tell me you don't like it, and then we're good.
Yep.
So that's my rule. And if I'm going to be a good father and a good leader, I have to lead by example. So if my wife came in and offered me a foot job, I would have to at least try it and say I don't like it.
I know I don't like sticking Legos up my nose. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stick fucking Legos up my nose, guys. Come on.
Hey, I don't yuck anyone's muck, man. I'm like Planet Fitness, no judgment zone. Whatever. my only ask, as long as it's 2 consenting adults, is all on the up and up. Whatever it is.
All right. Who consented to you wearing that goofy hat and that outfit on AEW?
Man, I've gotten so much shit for wearing those hats. Like by Eddie Kingston and himself. Imagine showing up to work with those hats on and thinking Eddie's not going to comment on anything. He's as loud as he is on television as he's backstage. If not, he's louder backstage. I just kind of was just throwing stuff to the wall to see what works. You know what I mean? Throw on some cool looking hats. Not everyone thinks they're cool, apparently, but that's okay.
I mean, I would never. I mean, look, you are in like peak human being shape. You're fucking shredded, bro. But the hats, I don't like. I don't know, man.
They facilitate a conversation. That's all. Either you're going to be like, look at this jerk off with this hat, or they're going to be like, oh, I kind of like the hat.
Yeah, new paint, coat of paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I almost did the fucking Bruce Pritchard
Paint a coat.
I mean, so you're sharing your own. People are making Mambo number 5 memes about you, and you're sharing it on your social media.
Yeah, that's a win-win. That kind of went a little viral for me. That they got a lot of views. So
yeah,
I liked it.
All right. I don't know. I could never pull off a hat like that. Anyone with the fedora.
You never know until you try. Have you ever tried it? It's just like the foot job, man.
Look at me.
Yeah, dude.
Look at me. Nothing can fix this. I'm a fucking wreck. I know it. I'm not going to put on a hat to
maybe like one of those old school, like, the Pennywise hats. One of those, I forget what they're called, like derby hats.
Yeah,
derby.
Bowler, if you will.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Kate, who joined us earlier in the chat, said better. She thinks the hat was better than Jake Hager's. Do you think your hats were better than Jake Hager's?
Oh, legit. He just had a bucket hat, which I already wore to TV a couple of times. I just never wore it on television. So if anything, Jake Hager was stealing my shit, man.
Yeah.
But he owned that purple bucket hat. He really did. It started getting over with the crowd. So kudos to him.
I agree. Couldn't agree more.
I'm on the fence about this hat situation.
Yeah, anything else you want to insult our guest about? Jesus.
I'm not insult. What do you want? First of all, Tony, all right, back up I'm not insulting him. We're having a conversation, all right? I'm an adult. He's an
you don't
adult.
like foot jobs. You don't like his hats.
I'm not going to lie to the guy. I didn't have Slice Boogie on the show and not ask him about his tights that I complained about for 6 months. Oh, no, that was you, Tony. Sorry.
Well, I didn't want to upset the man. He was nice enough to come on the show with us. But
you can ask him and not upset him. And then, you said Trevor Murdoch.
No, you said boogers. Trevor Murdoch ate his boogers, and then you fucking threw me under the bus. You told him I said it. The fucking NWA Worlds Champion, and he's like, Tony said you look like you eat your boogers. Do you eat your boogers?
Oh man!
All right, so getting back to wrestling. Kate again said, I have now sold myself on the Mark Briscoe and Ortiz tag team I pitched earlier. Any thoughts about maybe you and Mark Briscoe working together? That would be very interesting.
Oh, man. That would be amazing. But Mark is not tagging anymore, man. He's put up those boots as far as anything. He just refuses to have any other tag partner. Maybe that'll change, but that's his feelings. And, of course, who could replace his brother? Man, but that would be a dream come true. It's awesome. Briscoe's is my favorite tag team, man. I've said it multiple times. I'll say it again. Like, they were my favorite tag team to watch just because they wrestle on such a high level for so long. And that was proven when they went against FTR and they had those matches with them. Like, they've been wrestling on that level for such a long time. Like, my body's falling apart now. I just can only imagine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mark taking that wild, he took when they had the dog collar match and he took the bump off the top of the top rope to the floor onto chairs. I was just like, oh my God. I took a suplex in the Santana match and my lower back was killing me for months, just off the apron. And my man took it off the top rope to the floor and it walks around and is the happiest human being ever. Mark is a different breed of animal. Both of those men are dope.
Did you guys never got to wrestle them, did you?
One time in Germany, we wrestled them. We did a WXW's tag league in 2017, 2018, maybe 2017. But we wrestled them in night 2 of the tag league, I believe. So yeah, we got to touch them one time, man. It was awesome. It was really cool. Like, but we specifically dialed back that match just because we were one of the first matches on the tournament, and WXW runs their company very professionally, like a television product. So they had agents, and the only thing that like the agent came to us was just like, please don't go too crazy. You know what I mean? Because you guys are opening up the card and we have so many matches. So we were specifically asked to dial back the match and not have like a crazy PWG, like wild one. But for what we did in the ring with them, it was awesome. Like we felt the chemistry and wanted to wrestle them again, but unfortunately it never happened.
That's a hell of a tag league right there, that run. You guys wrestled Francis Caspin and Jay Skillett. You wrestled the Rottweilers, Homicide and Low Key, and Thatcher and Walter. Wow. Holy shit.
That was a sick tag league, man. One of my favorite tours we've ever did.
I could also see you getting into like a singles program with Mark Briscoe for some reason.
That'd be sick, man. Yeah. That'd be sick. I wouldn't mind getting my ass whipped by him.
Monkey versus chicken. Let's do it.
There you go. Right yourself.
Fucking hey, you never got to work in Japan, did you?
No, man, not yet. I'm working on it. That's a huge goal of mine for this year coming up.
Oh, nice.
At least go train over there. That's the goal. At least like go train at the dojo, something, anything. I went on vacation last year and I love Japan. I've always wanted to go, but I always wanted my first time to be just like not wrestling, because I just almost wanted to take it in and not have the pressure of feeling like I have to be on my A game at all times. So I went and got it out of my system. Now I can't wait to go back for wrestling. That's it'll happen.
Did you eat the raw horse?
No, I didn't know that was an option. I didn't hear about the raw horse.
Lance Archer came on the show and he raves about it. He says anytime he's in Japan, he eats the raw horse. And I've asked other guys that have been to Japan. A lot of guys are big fans of it.
Okay. I promise I will try. So next time I'm on the show, I'll let you know how the raw horse was.
See that? There's going to be a next time, you fucking losers. How do you like them apples? He doesn't hate me. Stop sending me text messages saying he hates me.
Not at all. I'd rather you be honest and shit all over me than lie to me.
You got to pay extra for that.
Ooh, okay.
We got to do it in Germany.
Now I know your kink. You don't like feet. but you like when people talk down to you. Okay. Or you talk down to people. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't want to talk to anybody. So you say you want to get to Japan in 2024. What else is on the Ortiz bucket list for 2024?
Man, just wrestle as much as possible, get out my comfort zone, start doing some cooler shit in the ring. You know what I mean? Like try some high flying moves. And that's pretty much it. Just grow as a performer, man. Whether it is tagging with someone else, being in the trios, or just being on myself, just like challenge myself and just keep pushing forward, man. That's it. And just grow, get better. That's it. I just want people to be like, oh, whoa, where's this guy been? That's kind of all I'm aiming for.
Is there somebody who's? Oh, sorry, handsome Kevin, you haven't said a word. So
no, I was just gonna say every year, you know, when you turn the calendar over, you see so many wrestlers out there that put out their lists. Right, these are the names I want list. Do you have an idea of guys that you want? Do you have a list? Do you have a list of guys that you want to go through?
Not a specific list, man. I just want to do it more. I just need the reps. That's all it is. And I think as I do it more, then when I become more confident in my skill, then I think I would aspire to have a list. I almost feel like I'm not worthy enough right now because I'm still finding myself. I'm in a very weird spot when it comes to wrestling, like in the ring. I just haven't. I've been feeling very uncomfortable, and I know the only way to get that out is just wrestle. And that's the only goal in the beginning of the year. And like I said, like maybe tomorrow I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh, I want to wrestle this guy. Of course, there's people I want to be in the ring with. Definitely Motor City Machine Guns, man. Like, but I want to do that on a tag teams level. But even if I were to wrestle each man individually, it would be really sick. But if I have any list, it would be those two men. Just because I wanted to wrestle them as a tag team. That was me and Santana's like number one team that we really never got to work.
So let me kind of flip the switch on Handsome Kevin's question. Is there a list of people that you would choose if you were to form a new tag team?
Eddie Kingston definitely will be up there. One of them. We definitely did do it for a while, but he got hurt. I think that's when he got his hernia, and he was out for a little while. So we were tagging, and that's when we had the Akiyama match, the June match, and we were tagging and it looked like we were kind of going to be a tag team. But then he came back, he did the G1, and then he did the tournament, and he kind of went off to his own path. So I maybe revisit that this year. We'll see what happens. But if I say the first person will probably be Eddie Kingston, who after that, I don't know. But that's me biasly answering that just because it was already kind of a thing. And I feel like we were really getting into like a groove. It just got cut short. Yeah.
Last week we talked about finishers for a little bit, and now that you're on, I would love to ask you, what is the worst finisher out there?
Like, I feel like it's a loaded question.
No, not at all.
As far as taking it, or just like it's a shit finish. It's just like
it's a shit finish. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now let me shit on someone's finish. Let me see.
Well, it doesn't have to be a current wrestler. Like Tony was very adamant about the Bushwhackers battering ram.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's
right.
Okay.
I was not here last week. I didn't get to chime in. I think the heart punch is fucking stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, but the heart punch is believable. Like you can believe that somebody could punch you so hard in the chest that it stops your heart. You know.
I mean, yeah. The Bushwhackers might be up there. Wow.
It's a tough one to beat.
Yeah. Oh.
How about this one? And I'm probably gonna get a lot of heat for this one.
Oh no.
But as nostalgic and as awesome as it was, what was the big deal with the Perfect Plex?
I mean, he did it to Andre though. Not Andre. He did it to Big Show.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He did that WCW one. That was sick. That looked
cool.
wild.
But like,
I thought you were going to say Judas Effect for a minute. Sorry, I had to.
I think it's on who's taking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's on who's taking it as far as the Judas Effect, because certain people make it look like death. You know what I mean? So I
well, you have to. I mean, you gotta if you're gonna take it, right?
James on YouTube said YouTube, easy for me to say, says the Nasty Boys pit stop.
That wasn't their finish though.
Yeah, it was more like a setup move.
There was like a power slam to an elbow. That was their finish.
I also think the Big Show, when he used the fist, isn't that an illegal maneuver?
It shows the Superman punch, but
Yeah, but I guess that wouldn't be illegal anymore because no one really argues about a closed fist anymore. I'm not so much in WWE either, right? At least from what I've seen recently.
I mean, Roman uses it all the time. Yeah,
exactly. That would be disqualification. So I feel like that's kind of like a rule that kind of just went away in wrestling, the closed fist. It's just one of those things.
What are your thoughts on the Garvin Stomp?
I'm trying to think about it. What's the Garvin Stomp?
You literally just walk around your opponent and stomp on every body part.
Yeah, but again, Tony, that wasn't his finish.
Kind of like what Randy Orton does? Yeah. Just stomp the person every way?
Yeah, Orton does that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. That was a finish?
No, it wasn't. He used the figure four. But Tony...
He used the figure four when he was feuding with Greg Valentine. Okay. And Ric Flair.
Oh, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, man. I honestly...
Look, I'm trying to figure out something that beats the battering ram. I don't think anything beats it.
No, I don't think anything beats the battering ram. I'm really trying to think. Like, even you can argue the stomp and then into the figure four, yeah. Or even if he just stomps them, at least he's kicking the guy.
What about the airplane spin?
I mean, that shit sucks, man. Getting spun around. that'll legit take you out, bro. It just sucks. That's a shoot finish, bro.
What about?
But it's like dizzy bat. Like you got to make your way over to your opponent once you put him down too. You know.
Or yeah. But I guess if you're the guy doing it consistently, you're at least gonna like work up a little tolerance to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Claudio, like I don't know how he spins people 100 times and then continues with the match. It's unreal.
But he's on a different level. That guy. He's a fucking maniac.
One of the things that I don't want to ever take. Like, I'm so happy I haven't wrestled against Claudio. Like, I do not want to take the spin, bro. Like, I've hate spinning since I was a kid. So I would instantly throw up.
He fucking spun Kali around like 20 times, didn't he?
Yeah. That's wild. That's what I'm saying.
Didn't Kali just use a chop to the head? That's a terrible finisher.
Well, there you go. There we go.
That might be worse than the battering ram, but that's a strike though. Like,
what's the dude that used to take your underwear from you for like a hot minute?
That was one match, dude, and I don't think he used stealing underwear as a finish.
It's Phantasmo.
Yes, Phantasmo.
Kali's chop, the Kali chop might be a shit finish. Even though I mean you could also argue, right? You could like crack fucking coconuts open like that. You could crack someone's head open.
So it's a better finish in the
right?
It's a better finish in the battering ram.
Yeah, it might be. After you said it, I can't escape it from my head. I can't think of another like.
So, Eric Freed says "The Big Wiggle" by Norman Smiley.
You guys, I don't understand what your guys' problem is. You guys are naming moves that aren't finishes.
Yeah, that's not a finish. I don't think.
No.
What was Norman Smiley's finish?
The chicken wing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Kali's finish wasn't a chop either. It was a two-handed chokeslam which was also terrible. So that could still be in the conversation.
Oh, he did a boulder bomb?
No, he did like two.
The choke bomb.
Dropped them like a jack.
Oh, okay, he didn't sit out with it. I got you. Yeah.
Yes, James. The worm is a finish. The worm is pretty shitty.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but that's also a chop.
Yeah. Super over. It's super over. I pop every time I see it, but like as far as a finish, right? He actually just recently finished. I think it was Daddy Magic, whoever he did it to in the ring recently.
Yeah,
he just came back and did it. Yeah.
Match, right, for Dynamite.
Yeah, and he just won with it. Yeah. So, man, I don't know if that's shittier than the Bushwhackers. I think Bushwhackers got it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that. That's good.
If while I go down the rabbit hole of wrestling, if I find one, I'll tweet you guys.
That'd be awesome.
I'll revisit this.
What are you watching now? What is tickling your fancy? Where you find yourself?
A lot of older stuff, like the early '90s Michinoku Pro stuff. Very early, like Taka went on a run. Taka Michinoku went on a run of like wrestling every guy that was trying to get a job in WWF, like on Shotgun. He wrestled Christopher Daniels one time. Tajiri's like debut match in WWE. He had bangers with S.A. Rios. So I've been like watching a lot of those matches, like Cruiserweight WWF, WCW Cruiserweight matches. All Japan Women, I've been going down a rabbit hole because All Japan Women are just, man, they were just a special breed of wrestlers. They would go harder than the dudes at times, like just wrecking each other. And I'm like, how these women walking? I remember seeing Aja Khan because she came to AEW a couple of times. And I was just like, very few people I get starstruck from, but because I came up watching so much of her stuff, when I finally got to introduce myself, I was very starstruck. But like, she has that grizzled vet walk, you know what I mean? She's just like wobbling like a penguin. And I was just like, the fact that she could still walk is amazing to me. She took some of the gnarliest bumps in the ring over years and years. Her and Toyota, oh my God. But yeah, just watching old stuff.
There's a doc that goes around. I'm sure you can find that on YouTube where like the women are training to get into pro wrestling in Japan. And they were beating the shit out of these girls, telling them, don't come back, you suck. The one girl got fucked up. Like, she was fucking something up, and the trainer shot her off and just drop kicked her head off. Like, and she came up and she was busted open everywhere.
Yeah,
She
her
was
face was
crying.
busted open. I've seen a clip of that specific of the drop kick, not the whole
it's-
documentary though.
Oh, it's out
Yeah.
there. It's insane what they were doing to get these women ready for this shit, man. It was absolutely nuts.
It makes
Absolutely
sense.
Nuts.
Yeah, go watch All Japan Women. It makes all the sense in the world because that's what they were doing in the matches.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll go back and like YouTube. You'll find gems of like old TV tapings with the commercials and stuff like that from the 80s and the 90s, and I love watching those. I have no idea what they're saying, but I'll watch the whole thing. It's great.
If you really want to step up your game, and I'm not even joking when I say this, you got to check out WoW. It's on in syndication. It's on right now.
Okay.
I know the dude above me fucking hates it.
It's fucking
Bro,
horrible.
it'll take you back to like watching like Glow and shit from when like when I
Okay.
was younger at least. And the wrestling's not the greatest, but my God, for soap opera shit with these girls on the mic talking shit to each other,
Yeah.
it's a guilty pleasure, man. It's fucking
I gotcha.
good.
You
It's
like the
so-
presentation more so than the actual wrestling you're saying.
Yeah, it's nuts. Like
Yeah.
like a lot of the wrestling's like they'll have names. Like you'll watch it and you'll recognize a few of the ladies that are there. But by
Sure.
and large, it's just some women that just want to be famous, man, and they want to wrestle. And it's charming. And if you accept it for what it is, it's actually it's pretty good.
Cool.
I know handsome Kevin just absolutely fucking hates it.
It's as charming as a fucking paper cut on your sack.
Oh, what a metaphor.
I made it. I think I made it 20 minutes. The promos were shit. The match, like
Okay.
I had and I almost wanted to keep watching it just to like more ammunition to combat Tony with his
Okay.
love of this shit. But yeah,
Okay.
no, you get more enjoyment out of watching the Glow Netflix series than you will watching WoW.
Hey, that was an amazing series. How you dare you talk shit about that?
I'm
just
sad they
telling you,
canceled it, man.
Yeah, I'm pissed
more
off we never
enjoyment.
got the final season.
Yeah. Agreed.
Some bullshit, man. I wanted
Like
to see
what's her
fucking
face? Alison
Stoya.
Brie?
What was it? Yeah, what was it? Stoya the Destroyer, whatever the fuck her name
Story of the
was.
Destroyer, yeah. Such a great name.
I wanted to see her get together with fucking what's his name? Mark Madden? Not Mark Madden. What the
No.
Mark Maron.
Mark Maron.
Maron,
That's
yeah, Mark Maron, yeah.
Chavo Guerrero was involved in that show too.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Chavo. It's the man.
Fuck yeah.
He's the
One of the
man,
greatest.
really. Does anyone on the panel want to say anything about Chavo Guerrero?
Go ahead.
Handsome Kevin. This is
I'm
you.
friends with him, so be careful.
I've only had the opportunity to meet him once. I worked a card with him, and he was delightful.
There you go.
KJG, your thoughts?
Oh, Chavo's a stink. Most underrated Guerrero that has ever lived.
Wow.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I
Holy
agree.
shit.
I agree with everything.
Interesting. Very
Oh
Yeah.
my
interesting.
god.
Ortiz, this has been an absolute blast and a pleasure.
Fucking amazing,
We're so happy
dude.
that we made this happen, and you took time out of your busy schedule of being dad and wrestler and all that jazz to jump in and fuck around with us for some time. So we greatly appreciate it, man.
Yep. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for asking me. It only took like ages, but I finally got on. And yeah, man, it's always a pleasure jumping on with you guys and just having a few laughs, talking wrestling, all that good
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't know with all these big companies and how what kind of hoops I got to jump through to get somebody who's been on the show back on the show before. I hate Impact's PR guy. You know who?
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
I fucking hate him. He's the only person who ever sat in on an interview because he wanted to make sure we wouldn't ask the guest Donald Trump questions because that's the type of podcast we are.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know you guys got down with D Trizzle like that. That's cool.
Either did I. It's news to me, but
Oh yeah, what?
Man, again, I'm like Planet Fitness, no judgment zone, man. It's fine. It's okay.
And listen, man, I know Matt says it to you all the time. You got fucking open invitation, brother. Anytime you want to come on, shoot the shit. You want to come back next week? Come back next week. We'll do it again.
Hell yeah. I
We
need
love
to
having you
figure
on,
out
man.
I need to figure out what's the worst finish now. Now I'm kind of intrigued
Please do.
because I was drawing a blank, and but I'm gonna find. Maybe I can find a worse one than the Bushwhackers.
There you go.
I have faith. There's some really shitty wrestling out there. There has to be like an over person or team that just had the world's worst finish, and
That's your
Bushwhackers might be
homework.
one of them. Yeah.
That's your homework. There you go. Awesome, man.
Ortiz, you're the man. We're rooting for you in 2024.
Fuck yeah.
We're always rooting for you, man. So, you know, when you start hitting the ground running and you're crushing everything, you know we'll be in your corner.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, fellas. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a happy New Year. And the Goon says, have a great 2024.
Thank you, Goon. Thank you, fellas. Happy New Year.
Same to you,
Peace,
brother.
man.
Be well. Thanks for joining us again, man.
Later.
Thank you, Goon could be the name of the episode.
Oh, I'm going to write that down. I've never, I was just cleaning the office before the show and I opened them. So that's why they're here.
So the way when he was talking about Aja Kong, the way she walks, she does. It's like it looks like a very disgruntled lady. But if she's going to have a heater, get the fuck out of her way. she walks much more briskly when she's having a heater.
Matt, Eric Freeds brings up a very good point. When did Ortiz shit his pants?
Well, we've
I
had
don't
him on
know
before.
when.
We've asked him before.
No, we haven't.
You've asked him that. Matt's asked him that before. He had to have.
No. He was last on in 2019 before these guys went to AEW. Matt wasn't on that shit in your pants roll yet.
He wasn't?
No.
You sure about that?
100% he didn't ask Santana and Ortiz if they shit their pants. 100%.
I think he did. They were in studio. That's definitely an in studio question for Matt
No, I don't think he was at the time.
because he looks him right in the eyes.
He said,
right.
when'd you shit your pants, son?
I think he did.
I don't think he did. He'll get back to us when he's done thanking Ortiz for his visit.
Yeah, I said that was awesome. Thank you. Forgot to ask you when was the last time you shit your pants.
Okay, the last time you shit your pants is a different question because it's a lot has changed between now and then.
Well, maybe it's a new year. Maybe I'm going to retire the shit your pants question.
Oh, really? What brought this on?
Nothing. It's a teaser. You're just going to have to tune in next time we have an interview. I like the look. The numbers have been up all night, so I'm fucking loving this. I wish I could have figured out fucking stupid Instagram.
Yeah, it's a shame.
I'm gonna get it next week. Don't worry.
Oh, go get it, son.
Go get it, son. Well,
get
I
it.
think. Do we want to take a little break before we
No,
come back?
Oh, dude,
No.
I need.
Yes,
I need,
yes.
Go take a break. We'll continue.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll
Rudolph.
be back after this.
All right.
See you later, Gator.
Well,
later,
see you later.
dude.
All right. Well,
Don't mind me. I'm going to sing a song that means nothing.
Oh my gosh! I was watching.
no.
Bleeps body slams. What the fuck was it?
Bloopers, bleeps, and body slams. I got
Yeah.
it on the wall right there.
And fucking Andre singing the fish song.
Oh,
Fucking roll.
just doing the. I know, right?
But he's like, next time I'll do the whale song.
Dude, how about when the Iron Sheik is introducing his camel and he says
Claude?
this whole name and then he goes, yeah, what's that in English? Claude. Did you watch that on Peacock or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I got the VHS right on the wall there, dude. It's an amazing fucking. It's
So-
the first ever Coliseum home video, by the way.
on the VHS? What the fuck was that?
Playing Rudolph.
Do they bleep out in the wedding in the VHS as well?
That I don't remember any beeps.
Okay.
What did they beep out?
Boy, it was. God, I can't pull his name now. What was the fucking guy's name? Slapped
Oh,
reporter.
David Schultz, Dr. D.
Yeah. So Dr.
Dave
D.
he pie faced her with the cake.
Yeah, but he starts talking and they bleep out a whole fucking shitload of what he was saying.
You know what? That sounds familiar. They may have bleeped stuff.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, this shit went out over Tuesday Night Titans too.
Yeah.
This was like live on the. Well, I don't know about live, but this was on the air.
What the fuck are we listening to?
Kevin's theme song.
All of
You're gonna get us banned, dude. Stop.
All right. Do I wait for Kevin to come back, or do I tell you what Ortiz said?
What Ortiz say? Fuck Kevin.
Once at
let
bar
him go back and listen to 2019.
Once at bar wrestling Brian Cage and Jeff Cobb, I ate some Roscoe's chicken and waffles earlier in the day. Didn't sit right. Took a gut wrench power bomb. Couldn't hold it in. Luckily, it was the end of the match. Now I regret not asking him.
Fuck.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going on 4 hours of sleep, so if we cannot go to 9:30, I wouldn't be upset.
Wait, why are you on 4 hours of sleep?
Well, went to bed about 2:30 last night. 8 o'clock this morning, my fucking annoying neighbor decides she needs to sit in her car and watch TV, which is
Your
right
math
outside my bedroom
your math
window.
Sucks. It's 5.5 hours.
All right, great. 5.5 hours. Sue me.
That's
So
a
she's
big
not-
difference.
Sat in her car watching TV?
Yeah, they do this once in a while. They're weird people.
Anything good?
Back to sleep now. Now I'm up.
He's up.
I'm a little tired.
Are you up and at him?
No, I am up and at them.
Are you upset that Kevin Dunn is done with the WWE?
Nope. Don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
He got his teeth fixed recently too, didn't he? Didn't he?
Kevin Dunn?
Yes. Who'd you
Great
think
question.
I meant?
I don't know.
Fuck him. He's retired. Get lost. Hit the bricks.
Fuck 'em.
Get out of
How
here,
long until
Kevin
Pritchard
Dunn.
leaves?
I don't know.
I mean, is he a Triple H guy? Like, are they still working together? Or
Sure.
As far as I know.
okay, well, good for him then.
Good
I don't
for
want to see him
him.
lose
Dan.
his. No, I don't want to see him lose his job, but I don't know if it's a situation where he's like a strictly Vince McMahon guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I could see that. Though.
I don't know if Pritchard would want to give up that spot though. That's a nice spot, being involved in like creative and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Serves Pritchard well.
All right.
I don't know. It's my thoughts.
I like your thoughts. Do you want to talk a little Wrestle Kingdom before we do the WIZZIES, since we are picking the Wrestle Kingdom this weekend? I just maybe run down the card for you.
I mean, if you want to run it down, I already kind of have a feeling what I'm going to wind up picking anyway. But go ahead. For the people.
Yeah.
For you guys.
Well, Wrestle Kingdom 18 is this Thursday morning, Wednesday night, whatever you want to say it. Not going to lie to you guys. Not super excited about it.
Well, I am.
That's
Are you,
disappointing.
though?
Isn't this your big slam
Show?
of the year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, on paper, look, the Sonata Naito championship match. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be a great match, but there's just the build is missing something. The story is there, but it just feels very like when Naito won the G1, it was kind of like, all right, Naito's going to beat Sonata. Like Sonata was a great champion, but I don't think anyone ever really brought into him being a IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, nobody thought Evil was the champ either, and then I just remember a certain wizard going around going, "Everything is evil."
It was look, it was an awesome surprise. He definitely is not. He's Sonata greater than Evil,
Okay.
no doubt. Danielson Okada, I don't know. Kind of feels like it hasn't really been mentioned a lot on AEW TV because they're doing a Continental Classic, which is fine.
Gives a
but
shit. Why would it be mentioned on AEW TV? Fuck them anyway.
Ospreay, Moxley, Finlay for the inaugural IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship.
I don't even know what that is. Is that the old U.S. belt or?
So
what
it
is
was the
that?
U.S. belt, and then Will Ospreay made it the U.K. belt because he was the champion, and now we have this new title.
Okay.
It's just I don't know. It's kind of like Ospreay's done in February. Moxley works in AEW, and the bloom is off the rose on Finlay. In my opinion,
Okay.
Hiromu Despy. We've seen it before. It'd be great if Mustafa Ali shows up afterwards to challenge Hiromu. That would be cool. But the junior division is kind of treading water. Bishamon won the fucking tag league. They're taking on the Gorillas of Destiny. They're going to unify the IWGP tag titles and the Strong openweight tag titles.
So let me ask you. So Strong is not a thing anymore.
No.
So Eddie Kingston's Strong title is just really just a belt.
They might use it to promote him to be in the States, but yeah, New Japan Strong is not a TV show anymore.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Shingo Tamatanga for the Never Openweight Championship. Sorry.
I love Shingo.
Yeah, Shingo's great. The Tamatanga, I don't know.
It's also the Never. It's also the Never title. So that shit ping pongs more than a ping pong. Wait, what?
Shooter, Shota Umino and Kaito Kiyomiya against the House of Torture. It's Evil and Ren Narita. Tsuji versus Yuya Umemura is actually kind of exciting. Tanahashi defending the TV champion against President Hiroshi Tanahashi. No.
Go Ace.
No.
Go Ace.
No,
Go
Go
Ace.
Ace. Zack
Go
Sabre
Ace.
Jr. has put his fucking stamp on the wrestling world in 2023, and he has
Go Ace.
made this New Japan TV champion something that is worth giving a fuck about. If Hiroshi Tanahashi beats him for the title, I'm going to be so fucking
Go
angry.
Ace.
Stop saying Go Ace.
Go Ace. With his awesome hair and his air
hair
guitar.
sucks. He should retire. He's a president now. This shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't
Go
be allowed.
Ace.
And then the Bullet Club War Dogs will defend their junior titles against Catch 2-2.
No, Go Ace. He kind of does.
Stop
like
saying
this.
Go Ace.
Yeah.
Stop it. Knock it off.
Yeah, like Go Ace.
Got it.
Because he goes up.
His hair will not be better, Scott George, because he's the president. He should get a fucking haircut if he's the president. How do you like them apples, people?
How about he gets a foot job and he does a good job as a president?
That's Japan. Who knows what they're doing over there? They're selling used underoos in the vending machine.
Maybe he gets an octopus job.
Ugh.
They like the octopus stuff over there, don't they?
They like the octopus stuff in Minnesota.
Apparently so.
Fucking nannerpuss.
No, octopus.
What does nannerpuss have to do with an octopus?
Puss.
Nannerpuss is a banana. Oh, maybe nannerpuss likes an octopus.
Yeah.
Go Ace.
That's how we get. How... James
What else is
right.
on this show?
James is right. Tajiri likes tarantulas. That's the show. I just read it. I'm trying to not keep you here till 9:30, but we got to talk about the WIZZIES.
No, wait, no stardom match for this show? No
No.
Mercedes money?
No Monet.
And it's only one night this year. Awesome.
Yeah,
That means you
I'm
don't have to
excited.
miss 2 days of work or 2 nights of sleep.
Yeah, I got to work Wednesday and Thursday, so I got to. I'll watch. I'll catch up somehow, some way.
Ketchup.
That's
now
what.
I'm hungry.
That's what they say. Would you like some ketchup on your hot dog?
On that fucking video, Dick Murdoch and goddamn Adrian Adonis are eating hot dogs. They showed the fucking hot dog water. It was disgusting.
Oh my God, true story. They were actually down in the Bowery in Manhattan and they were just fucking like druggies and fucking winos hanging out everywhere. Those were like legit people on the street.
It's wild.
And Mean Gene's out there in a fucking tux
Suit,
interviewing
yeah.
them.
Are you Uncle Mike? That's my dog, Old Red.
Bloopers, bleeps, and body slams on the network, people, or on Peacock, wherever you reside, whatever's available. Get yourself a VPN or a UPN or a CW, whatever.
There's a lot of different things there.
Get you a WB. WB.
Do we?
Yeah, because you know what?
What?
It's the event of the century to kick off 2024, is it not?
Are you gonna sing "Stand Back"?
Stand back. Who did we say was singing "Stand Back" in the fucking new Pile Driver album? Do you
Triple
remember?
H.
Oh, it was? That's right.
Yeah.
Stand back.
And that's a factor. When I was just a boy.
It was a little game.
Just a little game.
All right, what are we doing? We got a graphic? Go,
We do.
Ace.
We got the WIZZIES. We've never done this before, and this is something that we felt like we should do. It's our year-end awards. The categories were picked by HK, and then we all voted on them. And we were going to give you the nominees and then let you sit on it for a week before you
Sit on it, Potsy.
Exactly what I was gonna fucking say.
before you hear our decisions on these categories. I wish we had do we have WIZZIES music?
I mean, I don't know. Probably not.
It's so dejected, Tony. Tony just wants to get this over with. So,
No, I'm looking for music that we can play. I don't know.
the WIZZIES.
Maybe this.
Ooh.
Why is this called Feeding the Ducks?
That's
Oh, here we
But,
go. Rock. It's time to rock for the WIZZIES.
That's
Dude,
gimmick.
why-
That's gimmick infringement. Hey,
This is
stop it! Stop that rock! It's rock. Stop that! It's the Bread Club's theme song. You fuck.
All right, I'll play this. Whap whap.
All right.
No, this music sucks. Fuck this. We don't need music.
All right. So there are 13 categories in the WIZZIES this year.
yes.
We're gonna start at the top with the best top male. Your nominees are LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Will Ospreay, MJF, and the Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns. Top female on the WIZZIES this year. We got Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, Chris Statlander, Kenzie Page, and Jade Cargill.
That bitch.
That bitch, Jade Cargill. Still, you think she shows up
Cargill?
at the Rumble?
She's murdering automobiles.
You think she shows up at the Rumble?
Yes.
Maybe. Why not?
All right. WIZZY Tag Team of the Year. FTR, Bishamon, Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Damian Priest, The Acclaimed, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. These are your nominees for the WIZZIES pay-per-view of the year. We have Backlash, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, which I don't think is fair because we have to pick a night, no? Or does that all
No,
doesn't
it's
count
just
as one?
WrestleMania. Fuck it.
Forbidden Door and Revolution. The best signees, we have Adam Copeland, Will Ospreay, Shibata, CM Punk, and Jade Cargill. The best storylines, the Bloodline versus everybody, Cody finishing the story, the Judgment Day, the MJF Adam Cole bromance, and Christian Cage being everybody's daddy.
Baby.
Your best TV show, it is AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, or Impact Wrestling, soon to be TNA Wrestling.
Wait,
Booker
no
of the
power?
Year.
No
No
power?
power. No, but he made it to Booker of the Year. Booker of the Year, Billy Corgan, Tony Khan, Triple H, Gato, or Scott D'Amore. Breakout Wrestler of the Year, we have Gunther, Jey Uso, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, or LA Knight.
Yeet.
Match of the Year candidates. Wrestle Kingdom 17, Ospreay, Kenny Omega, WrestleMania, three-way dance for the IC title, Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, WrestleMania, tag title match, the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Bound for Glory's Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey, and AEW Revolution, MJF and Bryan Danielson, 60-minute time limit match. The Needle Mover, Adam Copeland, Roman Reigns, John Cena, LA Knight, and CM Punk. Underrated Wrestler of the Year nominees are Josh Alexander, Kenzie Page, Roddy Strong, Alex Shelley, and Julia Hart. And the worst angle of the year, XPW's Needle Through a Dick. I had to put an emoji. I had to put an emoji there. The Devil. The Devil.
What a fucking emoji, too.
The MJF Adam
so
Cole
worried.
bromance. The Roddy Strong Adam Cole fiasco, and it wasn't necessarily an angle, but we couldn't think of anything else. Doing cocaine on a pay-per-view. So we will vote upon the WIZZIES between the four wizards, and we will announce the first ever WIZZIES winner next week. Kate says y'all put the same angle up there 3 times.
Yeah, I think we did with the last picture.
Well, yes. The worst, best, and...
No, I think she means that the whole Adam Cole and MJF thing was there with the Devil and Roddy and...
Yeah, it's like all like...
Well,
It's all
now
kinda
we
intertwined.
didn't know that fucking when we did the WIZZIES, so get off my WIZZIE, man.
Get off my WIZZIE.
What the fuck?
Somebody write that down.
Stand back.
Get off my WIZZIE. Get off my WIZZIE. I wanted to have a conversation with you guys before the show started, but we had such a great conversation about hand jobs and foot jobs.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put it out there now for the universe. Are we doing this KJG, Greg Cherry, Royal Rumble showdown?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. When do you want to do it?
All right.
When's the Royal Rumble anyway?
January 27th. It's a
So
Saturday
we got time.
night.
We got
Nice.
time.
We only have 2 weeks.
Okay, that's plenty of time. I got the fucking notebook.
I got fucking everything, man. I got calendars. I got notebooks. I went to the Walmart today and buy a new calendar. I'm a fucking dork. What do you want from me? And I brought new sweatpants.
Why, you looking for a foot job?
No, we got. I had to clean out the fireplace a couple weeks ago, and then I had to go get rid of the ash, and I walked through like sticker bushes, and it got all stuck on my sweatpants, and they were like destroyed. Like I wasn't gonna spend hours picking them out, so I just.
What are
threw
you,
the
9
sweatpants out.
walking through sticker bushes?
It was dark. I couldn't see, man.
He's out there playing army guy with a stick gun.
So I had to go to I went to the Walmart today, and I got myself some new sweatpants.
All right,
Fuck.
man, whatever floats your boat.
I hate sweatpants.
I found a Chase AEW
Nice.
figure in the wild too, like 2 weeks
Sweet
ago.
pole. Sweet pole.
Yeah,
Which one?
I was excited. Julia Hart. No, the bunny.
Ooh.
The bunny.
Ooh.
So that was exciting.
Yeah.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
right.
Jason's exciting.
I it's never happened to me before. Never found a Chase in the wild.
This is your
I
first.
found a Chase Jericho in the wild yesterday.
Those are everywhere. Those are fucking Walmart exclusives.
No, this one came with a casting couch. Allegedly.
Bazinga. No Eric Freeds. There are not Wizard sweatpants. Thank you, James. I missed the back to school sale in August. I can't wear my fucking my bare pajamas everywhere. I'm a very staunch pajamas should be worn at the house. If you go out in public in the pajama pants, you should be beaten to death with a fucking rock.
Yeah, sweatpants too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you
sweatpants
on
too.
that. Sweatpants
Yep.
too, yeah. Jeans, sweatpants, these are for around the house. That's it. Just lounging around the house, sweatpants.
And climbing through sticker bushes.
Yeah,
I wasn't climbing. I was just... It's not nice.
just playing army man.
Was it
Army
playing
Man! Is that like Alabama Man? When I grow up, I want to be like Alabama Man.
Alabama man.
Man! He's big,
People
he's
in
strong,
Alabama-
he's active.
People in
Street lights
Alabama.
on. I gotta go home.
People in The Alabama people, they are not happy right now, my friends.
Fuck them.
Wow.
I'm kind of with you.
Hey, Al Day will tell you. He'll tell you. He is from Alabama, and he says, fuck them.
Wow. He's going to have a fun time. He should buy a Michigan hat. That's all I have to say about that.
He texted me already and said, can't wait to cash in some receipts.
Oh, there he is. I'm thrilled. Al Day watching. You guys know Al Day.
Well, 3 of us do.
Eric Freeds. He's Canadian, isn't he? I don't own jeans, sweats outside the house, and no go. Don't you wear shorts all year round up there, you fucking hand job?
Wow.
Canadians wear shorts all year long. It's a known thing.
You don't own jeans?
No.
Who the fuck doesn't own jeans?
Canadians.
You don't own one
Eric.
pair of jeans?
Eric, get some jeans, man. It's going to solve a lot of your issues.
What if they're called something else in Canada? What do Canadians call jeans?
Jeans. Denim?
No, could be denims, yeah. Get a pair
Oh,
of
maybe the jeans are like formal wear.
What is
Maybe he's got no
Canadian-
reason to buy them.
Jeans and a denim jacket. That's the Canadian tuxedo. I fucking know that.
Yeah, but it's not like he goes out to weddings or anything.
Interesting.
And if he does, he's got to go out and buy a Canadian tuxedo. No, it's a me thing. That's so weird.
We got to get you some jeans, Eric.
So what if he's not comfortable in jeans? You don't force it on him. He doesn't want jeans. He doesn't want jeans. Let the man
He
live.
needs jeans. He's an adult.
If it's a me thing and he's not comfortable in jeans, leave him alone then. You can't force it on the fucking guy.
That means his package is getting squished. You got to get some baggier jeans, dude.
Yeah,
Maybe
you also
he's-
wearing socks in the house, Eric?
I got a surprise for you, buddy. Guess who's not wearing socks in the house right now?
Your wife?
A man!
I thought you were going to say your wife.
Man, and don't you feel great?
Do I feel? I mean, it's not because I don't have any socks on. My feet are a little cold.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Eric does wear socks in the house. No jeans.
Why are we
and
worried about what
socks in the
Eric's
house.
wearing? Eric,
gotta-
ASL.
I'm trying to.
Meet me at my hotel.
What's your aim?
Don't bring anybody.
You got an ICQ?
KJG, what kind of meds are you taking?
Pretty good ones.
No meds.
No,
No, brother, you should take some meds, especially if you're traveling.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So the fucking guy who had COVID, the first COVID guy said the same thing. I'm good. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. This asshole's gonna get in a fucking tube in 4 days. I'm good. Don't worry about it. Come on, KJG.
Kick out, brother.
Yeah, kick out.
And don't wait till 2 either. Do it at 1 like AEW, like a real man.
Is he sleeping? Is he sleeping? Kevin, you sleeping?
Yeah. No, he's awake. He's
Took a nap.
He needs
a
his
little nap.
He needs his rest, bro.
I know he does.
Back to work tomorrow.
Oh
He's
yeah,
a grown
back to the
boy.
grind. Calling out
Gotta get
tomorrow.
his sleep. Who, me? No.
No,
Him?
him.
Probably not.
He who is he. Him who is him.
Him. The guy down below.
I'm good, man.
He's
Okay.
good, see?
He's got the hat pulled down real low. I don't know. He's not moving. There we go. Okay. I was worried.
He's
about him.
moving a little bit.
Oh, there he goes.
Have
There he
faith,
goes.
bro. He's good.
I have all the faith in the world.
Yeah, I don't think you do.
I just want to make sure he's okay.
He is. He's doing all right.
All right. I do want to take a moment before we wrap this show up to thank every single person in the chat and every single person in the last year who took the time to tune into a show, listen to a podcast, interact with us, join the Discord, buy a T-shirt, join the Patreon, whatever you did to help support the Shining Wizards Wrestling podcast. I think I can speak for the four of us when we say we greatly appreciate you, and we hope you continue to do so. I also want to say special thanks to the following people who were guests on the podcast in 2020 through 2023. Fucking English. Clark
Jun
Connors.
Akiyami.
Clark Clark Connors, Jossie, Kevin Kelly, Gabby Ortiz, The Animal Bob Anger, Darren Corbin, who's going to be on the game show on Fox. I keep seeing the commercials for him. And I think Selena De La Renta's on the show, too.
Interesting.
Vinny Pacifico, Shepard Alexander, Paul Loria, Bad Luck Fale, Bad Dude Tito, Todd Gordon, Colby Carino, Lance Anoa'i, Cold Stone, Tim Boston, Bill Sullivan, Savio Vega, Dr. Tom Pritchard, Eugene, Big Cat Bill Williams, Big Opossum, Petey Brown, Alvin Falcone, Stonehedge, Uriah Upton, Shady Natras, Vicious Vicky, Eric Johnston, Al Day, Duke, Amp Money from the Mark Order Podcast, Kate the Great, Kyle from the Apron Bump Podcast. I don't think I forgot anybody. Did I forget anybody?
I don't think he did.
Anyone who played Can You Beat That? Mike Peterson, Greg Cherry from the Greg Cherry brand, Christian Rocco, Austin Theory.
That's right. Might hold the record for the most times appearing on the show.
All the people that showed up at the 12th anniversary show: Alan Funk, Vincent, Crowbar.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I had to take a drink of water.
Oh.
But I'm good now. Thanks for checking in with me. Look, I could not wait to get back on the show, guys. I missed it the last 3 weeks. I hope you let me come back next week.
No promises.
Yeah, you'll be in the list
James.
of guests we thank at the end of 2024.
All right.
You think Shining was
James.
Matt Ortiz?
James, it's a miracle you've done this for 12 years. I don't know what that means, James.
I think he means good job.
I think James needs to stop with the fucking cartoon pictures. Put up a real picture of yourself, buddy.
That's what he looks like, bro. He's a cartoon.
He's not a cartoon. Cartoon people don't exist.
Dilbert exists.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. Dilbert, he doesn't exist. And he can fuck himself. So can Dogbert. How do you like them apples?
Huh. All right.
Wow. It's kind of harsh, bro.
Well, I don't like Dilbert. Dilbert sucks. Dilbert can't still be a thing.
But what is your feelings on dildo?
Dildo, number one in my book, with a bullet, buddy.
With
Now,
a bullet.
would you give a foot job to a dildo?
No.
Yeah, that's
First
a good
of all,
question.
Like for
You know,
practice.
Yeah.
No, because there has to be one of the suction cups dildos. You can't just put how are you gonna
So get one with a suction cup.
Oh.
It's
hold
America.
a dildo
Fuck
and then
yeah.
put your feet up?
Well, you could put it on like a clamp out in the garage.
You're not bringing your dildo to the garage. What's wrong with you?
Why not?
Because there's all sorts of. You get oil on it. It could get dirty, cobwebs, fall under the car.
Fall
Stuck
under
in a-
the car.
Stuck in a rake. Get
People,
stuck in all
don't
the
take
teeth
your-
of a rake.
Don't
Stuck
take
in
it to
a
the garage,
rake.
people. It might fall under the car. Sweetie, what are you looking for? Nah, fucking dildo. Matt's feet are sticking out from under the fucking car.
We're doing foot job practice in the garage again.
You wouldn't want your significant other using a dildo that's fallen on the ground of the garage.
It's a practice one. It wasn't supposed to be for actual use.
Right.
Just boil it.
Yeah.
Get,
And besides, you want some oil on it.
get Nelly. Get.
Oh,
I don't
jeez.
think you do.
Yeah, you want it slick. You don't want it dry for your job. Come on now.
Al wants to know if that's what you were looking for in the sticker bush.
I'm
Who's
gonna
this
remember.
Alan guy? He's funny.
He's my island boy.
I'm gonna remember this, and then I'm gonna send you into the sticker bushes next time you're here. You're not even gonna know.
You're
what
gonna
the fuck's
send
happening.
me into the sticker bushes?
Yeah, I'm not even gonna
What
tell
the-
you. I'm just gonna be like, hey,
what
go over there
the
and grab something for me.
Fuck, do you gotta send me into the sticker bushes?
I'm sending
for?
everyone. Myra
everybody's
Scrap.
going. All right.
Who's Maya Scrap?
My kid
Maya
came up with
Scrack?
this. Yes. My kid
Maya
came up with that. I
Scrap?
thought it was-
See, a P would have the line down on the other side, double T. That's how letters work.
That's not a P. That's a Q.
No, but you
Yeah,
said
it's-
Maya Scrap. It's Maya Scrack.
Who's Maya Scrack?
Who is it?
Is this something your kid came up with, talking to that
Yes.
fucking tree in your front yard?
No, dude, we were. I'm telling you, we were playing Jackbox, and that was one of his names, and I really laughed hard. So I brought it to you guys.
Oh, good. Thanks,
Maya
Dad.
Crack.
Now Al wants to know why you're sending everybody into the bushes to look for the marital aid.
We're gonna make it.
That's
It's like
martial arts.
It's like bobbing for apples, but at my barbecue. Everyone gets really drunk, and then you have to
Ew.
go retrieve the
Ew.
dildos from the sticker bush.
With your
Do you have to
mouth.
I was gonna say, do you have to retrieve it with your?
With your mouth or your feet?
But
What do you have to retrieve it with? I'm just gonna.
there's a whole point system.
Okay,
The
I'm
more
gonna
creative, the more points.
What if it's a 2-point conversion pickup? How many points is?
Oh man, that's like going for gold there, buddy. Marking out, Dilbert is a god. James says Dilbert is the battering ram of cartoons to me. Ugh, Tony's feet are gross.
What?
Your feet are gross.
What? I'm waiting for
You don't need
Kratza
to
to
show.
put that up as a still.
Kratzo.
All right, are we done?
I was waiting on you, but you just kept going and going and going. You're like the Energizer Bunny.
No, Al's coming with the zingers. I don't want to interrupt the man while he was at work.
We should have him on the show sometime.
Definitely. And maybe that
Definitely.
Duke guy too.
I like Duke. He's got
Yeah,
a great
Duke's fun.
voice.
Yeah.
Ain't bad. Ain't bad.
I saw something before we wrap up while we were recording Patreon bonus content. When will the Deadpool episode be dropping?
Oh, it dropped yesterday.
All right. Any teasers?
Yeah. Handsome Kevin was the 4th this year.
I don't care about him. About the Deadpool.
Yeah.
We fuck. What? Some
I-
friend. Huh?
Yeah. What a
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
I'm a great friend.
Kevin was in the death pool this year. He was
Yeah,
not in
no,
the
like
death-
somebody picked him to die?
No, he picked 10 people. He was the 4th
Oh.
player this year.
Did either of you guys pick me or KJJ?
No. Why would we do that? You cool.
Did either of you pick each other?
No.
Family members?
No. What?
No.
We're not complete ghouls. I mean, come on now.
Right, and it has to be a celebrity, does it not?
I mean, I don't
Who-
fucking know.
Who do you think was the worst person picked?
The worst person picked?
No, not you. I'm asking.
Meg the Stallion.
Was it my ass crack?
Oh, my ass crack. I got it now.
Yeah, finally.
Wait,
clicked.
you didn't get it before?
No.
I didn't get it either.
HK, you got it.
right away. But it is kind of a thinker.
Yeah.
More like a dumper.
Who do you think was the surprise pick or the worst pick or?
Oh boy, I see. There's so many of them that were picked that I didn't know. Like you
I
were
think
throwing out,
I
like,
think Vince really went off the rails. He
Yeah.
went off the rails. I was really surprised he picked Nikocado Avocado as his second pick.
Sorry I brought this up.
yeah, and
Well, you wanted to know.
yeah, there was a lot of. Oh yeah. There was a lot of strange, like I say, just people I had never heard of before, and I was like, all right, got it. Next one, like you picked rappers.
Yeah, it's a good episode. It dropped Sunday. Inconclusive breakdown, my boys on the Shiny Wizards Network. Yeah.
Stop it!
You're in the dog pound now. Woof woof. You got that one?
No, I don't.
Well, you should get that one. It's a good one. I was trying to get Welcome Back Douchebag for you, but I couldn't find a good version of it. Are we done? Can we go?
Marking out just got it too. He's a little disappointed in himself.
Well, was a part of them as well.
All right, I'm pressing
Doug.
this button.
All right, Big Ben, thanks. We'll be back next week with another humdinger of an episode. Be sure to tune in. Remember, rate, review, subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast. And if you're on our YouTube channel, please remember to like all the videos. We're putting out little snippets too. So if you just want to watch the Ortiz interview, it's there on our YouTube, youtube.com/the Wizards Pod, the Shining Wizards.
Snip, snip. Go Ace.
Do it. Fucking go Ace.
Go Ace.
Oh, and Diana. She was a great guest. Thank you, Diana.
Yes.
Thank you. I was wondering when I was
forget.
going to come up.
Fucking good, Ma Dukes.
All right, I'm
I think I'm
pressing
going to
this.
take the Undertaker's chaps off.
This has been a production of the Shining Wizards Network. Executive producer is Manny Kratzo. Our producers are Danny Russoniello, Kate Hensler, Nat Garifo, Hi Fi, Tom, Ryan Schlong, Brendan Haney, Mike Peterson, Al Day, Kathy Hummer, William Mercier Jr., Michael Hammond, David Henry Bauer III, Keith Parker, and S. J. McDonald. Special thanks to all our assistant producers as well. For everything Shining Wizards, visit shiningwizards.com. And don't forget to listen to all the great shows of the Shining Wizards Network.
Good